All right, we're here. We're live. Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode. Tonight's Tuesday FPV World Hangout. We're going to be discussing long range a little bit, but we're also going to be talking about analog and digital. So we're going to discuss the do's and don'ts and how to get along to fly together. There are ways, channels, power outputs, and all that good stuff we're going to talk about. And if you're new to the hobby, definitely listen up. Got some information for you from a lot of awesome pilots. With us today, we've got our awesome co-pilot, co-host, Danzilla.
How's it going, everyone?
And of course, we got Mr. Koala, Mr. Koala Milk. He's in the house with a new hairstyle.
Hey, there he is.
Looks like it's been blown off to the side.
That's why I wear a hat.
That's why you wear a hat.
You guys can hear me all good?
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks for joining us.
You're a little quiet.
We've also got Mr. Falcon Rad, another BC legend and long range legend. So we'll have a little bit of talk with him about what he's flying and why he's changed over to the 03 unit for some drones.
Wow.
And of course, we've got our friend Nomad Ariel. Poupe.
Hey.
Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you as always.
Oh, thank you very much for the invite.
Yeah. We've got about 30 great videos from pilots from all over the world. So we're going to review those a little bit later today. And we might even do a giveaway if we hit 30 people watching tonight. Nice. And then, we're going to do some information session, talk through about the digital systems and how to tame your settings to get it to fly with analog, because it is possible.
Full power, full bandwidth. Let's go. Yep. Safety third, guys.
Totally.
That's right.
Just plug in whenever.
I honestly think that Trappy did something right when he did his VTXs with the whole like neighborhood friendly type setting that it has, where it doesn't blast every channel. It just actually kind of will find the channel, but it won't like actually blast out like everything, right? And the analog system is definitely different in that aspect of it's receiving. It's not sending and receiving like digital is, right? So what are you guys' thoughts?
All I know is that I don't care. I don't fly with anybody, so I'm always at 1 watt.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, so generally I don't fly with people. I don't know if any detection interoperability was built into 03. I know it was not in the 02 system, the Vista system.
Yeah.
So if you plugged in, you'd stomp all over a whole bunch of people on analog, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I know 02 would automatically allocate channels for other 02 pilots up to 8 pilots, and the 8th pilot would be in a really shitty position if somebody else plugged in. 03 will do up to 32, and all the channel allocations are automatic. So you can start at 50 megabit. The next person that plugs in, everybody goes down to 25, and so on and so forth.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's largely because they're using the H.265 codec for the transmission, which means it's about 40% of the bandwidth requirement of what we had on the O2. So it's still flyable at like 2.5 megabit per second. I don't know if there's any analog interoperability.
Back the truck up there. What's going on there? So every time somebody plugs in, you get half the megabits. So you're talking like you get 32 people.
Depends on
what's 32 halves. That's like a quarter of a megabit.
It doesn't take that much.
Will be more efficient, wouldn't it be? Or
yeah, H.265 is a lot more efficient. So, I mean, I think it would be quote unquote usable, but not a pleasant environment if you had 32 pilots at once all with 03. But when you're flying with a bunch of people who have the 03 air unit, you don't have to worry about plugging in on each other. They will all always stay out of each other's way. Even with like my wife and I, she has the Air 2S, and it's been upgraded to 03, right?
Yep.
So when we are flying together, we stay out of each other's way, and I'll see, like, I'll be flying, and then she'll turn the drone on, and I'll drop to 25 megabit until I find a different channel, and then I'll get my 50 back.
Oh.
So
Okay.
they all talk to each other and kind of negotiate with each other. They're aware of each other. Unlike,
sense,
the
right.
digital systems don't really care so much about the analog other than they will try to get out of the way, because analog is just, it would just consider it interference, so it'll try to change channels or so on, but it's not going to really be considerate of those analog channels as far as I know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, the thing is, for me, there's a lot of guys. Well, any of the guys that are around me, they all fly digital, and basically, I'm the only analog flyer. But one of the guys, Jonathan, aka Prince FPV, he always figures out who can fly together, even if it's analog and digital and whatnot. He's like, all right, you're on this channel, you're on this channel. Okay, we can fly together, but you guys can't fly together. And so I've had no problems flying with digital guys on analog, as long as we're far enough apart on the band, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And the band's pretty big.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been long ranging? Falcon Rad's like 4 or 5 kilometers out, and Marcel in all his wisdom plugs in.
We've thought about it. We've never done it yet. But
You've never knocked him out of the sky when it counted. That'd be horrible, eh?
We have flown together with our long range drones. We just haven't done anything long range. Like, we went and flew from the airfield that we have here, and we flew kind of
But
like.
you haven't stomped
like,
on him, is what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah,
You
we
haven't
were,
stomped
we
on
were
each
probably
other.
like at least a couple kilometers, and
Yeah.
no problems. I mean, I've seen people going for sure several kilometers out, flying together with analog.
Right.
It's probably fun.
Yeah,
You could probably do that too with an analog and a digital, as long as you're on opposite ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, my understanding is if you're both on 03, as long as you're nice and far apart in the channels, there shouldn't be any problem, really.
Oh yeah, 52 people with digital setups. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually
I
at
don't
an event.
understand.
I was at an event in the UK called FPV Drone Fest, Insta360 FPV Drone Fest, and they had all these different sort of like flight lines and whatnot, and it was supposed to be set up so that certain channels are beside each other so it doesn't interfere. But for some reason, this guy was flying around. I plugged in, and it was supposed to be safe, but all of a sudden, all he could see was my video feed, and he like completely fucked his drone up.
Right.
And like,
no.
I mean, I don't know if it was just the VTX I was using. I was using the Tramp HV at the time, or if the power levels aren't as accurate as they say they are, or whatnot. But
I think there might be an issue where some VTXs will start up on a default channel and then move to the last channel used.
Yeah.
The O2 system would always start on channel 8, which was the public channel, and it would listen for the beacon of some goggles and then negotiate if they were paired for another channel. So there was always an issue with channel 8 on the O2 system. I don't know if that's an issue on O3. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you're the 33rd person to plug in, I think you just don't connect.
Yeah,
I think your goggles just tell you to go fuck yourself. So
Yeah, you're shit out of luck, buddy.
Yeah, that's super.
I must admit.
Yeah. Go ahead,
I don't understand that. I don't understand those charts about channels that you were showing before, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask how they work.
Well, you're basically like your numbers on the chart. One. Yeah, the numbers on the chart all have, those are your frequency numbers, right? So I'm using R8, so R, and you follow over, and you're at 59.17, right? Which is right. And it just shows you and compare it to like, okay, E is in the same range at 59.25, so stay the fuck
and it
away.
shows the channel widths.
Yeah, exactly.
So the frequency is the tuning frequency, and then there's a channel width, and you can see that a lot of the E band, B band, A band, F and I, they overlap. So you don't necessarily like if someone's on channel 1 and super high power, you're gonna have a hard time if you're on channel 2.
Makes sense.
That's why you kind of want to, when you're doing that channel management with trying to interoperate between analog and digital, you want to provide a little bit of space. Now,
Right.
that's
So
kind of the
analog-
magic of digital is as the bandwidth goes down, the actual RF bandwidth becomes skinnier, and you can fit more people on the same channels.
Right.
So analog is A and B.
Analog is all of those.
Yeah.
Except for D and
analog-
J.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I see.
DJ
Just
and
whichever.
S.
And the
S
different
is short,
brands,
but-
the different brands use different frequencies. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
See, what I was curious is like,
What's A and B?
I've always been on race band for, with my analog setups, and like I'm flicking through the TBS Fusion, you can see the different bands and whatnot. And is there any, I mean, I guess I don't understand why you would choose race band over a different one, but maybe I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation, and obviously this shows, but
So these are what are called band plans, and they're just conceptual. Like they're not.
okay.
It's not a function of nature, right? The reason why you choose race band, if you know you're on channel 1 and nobody else is on channel 1, you will never get any interference with another pilot. They are completely isolated. There's no bleed over. There's no crosstalk, right?
Yeah,
so that's
they don't
why it's
touch
called
at all.
race band, because obviously being able to see when you're racing is maximum priority. The other ones, you kind of have to do some channel management because they do have some overlap. So if you go low power, your signal will tend to be sharper and not bleed off into the other channels as much. That's why, like, they tell people, like, start off at 25 milliwatts and work your way up. If everyone's at 1 watt, everyone's going to be stomping on each other, because you can still get a good analog video signal with lower power when you're using up less of the RF bandwidth.
So that E band, though, it looks like there's a lot of overlap, which is interesting.
And all the triangular
The low and the high of the spectrum of the frequency, though.
Yeah, but the race band, like, there's like a nice sort of like separated sort of.
Yeah, that's why it's very popular. That's why a lot of
The
people
gap
use it.
between them. Makes sense.
That's
Sharp
cool.
bite.
That's cool.
That's funny.
F is basically was like made up for Fat Shark. Basically, it's Fat Shark and Immersion RC.
Yeah, this chart's way out of date.
Yeah, it's super old.
The Wi-Fi channels have changed. There's no O3 channels. DJI. The O2 channels have changed once their firmware is updated.
Gives you an idea, though. It's the closest quick chart I could find.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
For sure.
Yeah, I've seen them before. Yeah.
Don't blame me,
Colors
Bart.
and-
Don't blame Bardwell.
Always.
I always blame
them for
Bardwell.
everything. Mm-hmm.
Didn't learn anything today.
Like how people used to say, "Thanks, Obama." Thanks, Bardwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, stand away from each other when you're flying helps, obviously. All these things that, may not be obvious to some people listening.
Yeah, well, I usually would either fly with like a small group of guys or on my own, but then flying at an event, all this stuff you have to take into consideration. It's like you go there and there's like, I don't want to say they're like strict, but it's like this is the protocol, and if you don't abide by this, you can make trouble for yourself or others, right? And it's like it's best practices and whatnot, right? It's kind of just like rules of the road, rules of the sky, I guess you could say.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I call it FPV etiquette.
Yes, etiquette.
FP etiquette. First person etiquette.
That's a perfect little terminology for that. Yeah.
Super Deluxe, you're going to learn something today.
Yeah, anyway, so that was a little bit of that information, a little bit of talk of that kind of stuff, man. I don't know.
Heck
I don't
yeah.
have anything else. But yeah, just understanding your equipment really helps. Makes you a better pilot for sure, right? Because then you really know your craft and how to use all the functions of everything. I knew a guy
Here's a question.
who used to come on here, and he used to say, "There's a TBS manual. You should read it front to back. Like you should." And I have, but it's a lot. And back in the day, that was really good content to know everything about it. As much as you did, right? But
well, it's always RTFW, right? Or RTFM. Read the effing manual. Read the effing wiki. Like,
Language.
like, I censored
From
myself.
Jeremy
I censored.
You need to put $1 in the swear jar. Oh, we should get a swear jar, Marcel.
Oh, that'd be broke.
We're not doing swear jars on this channel, buddy.
I don't have any Canadian money, so sorry, guys.
No. Just the freedom bucks.
Oh, fuck the freedom bucks.
Freedom Bucks.
I finally posted in the private chat the link to the videos tonight for you, Danzilla, and anybody who else who wants it. But
Thank you.
hey, there's Rat.
I don't think I can.
The Rat. We
Can
were
I,
just talking.
Does anybody else? Can anybody else volunteer? Maybe Koala to monitor the playlist of videos.
Yeah, I can do that, man.
Tell
That's fine.
people-
That's cool.
Share the link. My internet's really slow tonight, and if I start watching videos in another window, it's just gonna kick me out of the chat.
Yeah. You just want to pass off. I'm just kidding. I can do it.
That's right. I'm just gonna lay back and
Didn't make the playlist.
enjoy my
this
night
week.
off.
Sad.
So wait. What? Wait.
Go into private. Go
Been
into
making
private
content
chat.
the last 2 days. So mad.
Say what?
Go into the
Tucker
private
didn't
chat.
either. And
And there's a
Danzilla didn't
playlist
either,
link
and I
there.
didn't either.
And then
So then
there's
I'm
the
just
videos
copying and
that-
pasting the links.
I only picked 30 videos of night though. as well.
Yeah, just go into share in each video and then paste the link to that person's channel for that video. And,
In the
you know,
comments, right?
Watch
Yeah.
watch the videos along with the stream in another window.
Oh,
You don't have to. You
And
don't
hit the
have
sh-
to. I mean,
hit
what
the
you
share
could
button
do is you
and
could just
do the
open
chat.
up the playlist and the videos are there. You can just like right click and
Oh, you
share.
can do that? I didn't know.
that.
That. I thought you had to see each video.
I-
But I go to each video to see where they are and who. they're
Here, let me
from.
show you your job. No, just kidding.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about you that you don't know.
So you open up the link, it'll open up to
Yeah.
the first video. The live playlist will be right here.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
what I
have to
do.
play this. You just have to go to these little dots and just go,
Yeah, you can do it that way.
and then you could click them, and then you could copy the names and stuff. I mean, you could write it too. You don't have to
Oh,
write it in.
I'm literally just putting it in the live chat, right? So everybody can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Oh, okay.
Just share the
Yeah,
link
yeah.
to the video.
Can do that.
Tides High. Nope. I saw Tides High. Nope. That's Almac. What's up, Almac?
Hey, what's going on, Almac?
Good to see you. Good to see everybody in the chat. I didn't really do a shout out to all the people in the chat, but let's do that right now. Koala,
There's a
Steve-O,
bunch.
Danzilla, Tobias Yoder. We got Nomad Ariel, Steve-O again. We got Chris Rudaboy. I've heard everything. Greg
Wow.
Partlands. Yeah. We've got Thunderbolts and Brandon Baked Beans. Still gonna call you Brandon Baked Beans, even though your name is just Brandon Beans.
Baked Brandon beans.
Joe Poleo. What's up, brother?
Beans are. Oh, for Jim's droning is there.
James
Say that.
Jordan. All right. Yeah.
Mac.
Tobias.
Jeremy Stone,
Tobias.
again, thank you.
Tobias,
you're
that's right.
Look at them all.
Al Mac.
Do you guys have anything better to do?
Jim.
Jeez.
Hang out with us losers.
What a bunch of wankers.
Right here, officer, this list of people.
All right. Let's fucking enjoy a couple of rips.
Hey, Jim.
Heck yeah.
I haven't seen this guy for a while. This is Unlimited Vertical. Is really rad content creator. Check him out. He's got all kinds of cool micro footage too. And he always kind of starts these videos like this. I'm pretty sure, like the phone playing the song and then kind of gives her kind of a neat idea. Let me know if the audio is good, guys. I can turn it up or turn it down or spin it around.
Unlimited vertical.
Snowy.
Oh, yeah, it's finally snowing here, man. First
Oh,
time
dude.
in winter. Real
It
snow.
was it's been horrible weather actually the last day or two. It's been like snowing and raining.
Yeah,
Been
we
seeing
haven't
the
had
sun
any
in like
real
a
snow
month.
this winter until today.
Yeah.
Like living on the damn South Pole here, or North Pole, I guess, during the winter time.
Flatland. Keep saying Bartland. Yeah, we had snow here in Vancouver for like 6 or 7 hours. That's about it. It's too wet, too rainy here.
Hey, Beauregard's here too. The snow will get you.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Yeah,
song too. Pretty chill.
Conformal coating is a must, I guess, eh?
Yeah. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for
for
one of
me,
those
just-
perfect mornings where it snows all the
Wait a
day before, and then the morning dawns with the sun coming through the trees low. I
Way too old.
get out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Way too
The
early.
Cinesplore for that. Yeah, it is too early, but if I can do it once this winter, I'll be happy.
Right.
I can always go back to bed.
You know what I find
mind
is like the
once I
mornings
like-
are some of the most like beautiful times of the day where like right before the sun comes up, it'll make for the most epic like lighting, but you
Mhm.
only get a
It
short
does.
window of opportunity. And then if you're not an early riser, you know, you're going to miss those. And
You got to be ready to go at least 45 minutes before you think you have to be ready to go.
oh, yeah. Yeah. Well,
Because it sneaks up on you fast and it doesn't last. It's
yeah.
Yeah,
I,
check out
when
that
I,
video.
Some of
I
the
used to
best
live,
fun is like
oh.
6, 7 a.m., like 10
Yeah.
a.m. latest.
yeah. Yeah, when I used to live downtown Toronto, I was facing south, and man, I used to get really, really epic sunrises, and I'd want to do time lapses with my camera, but it was like I got to be up at like 6:30 to 7:30 to
3.
catch it right on time,
Yeah.
and then it's there and gone in like 5-10 minutes.
If you're doing a time lapse, you could just set it up the night before.
Hey,
Yeah.
Winder's in the chat. Welcome in, Winder.
Hey, Winder.
We have a Winder video tonight.
Winder.
Can you do that with a GoPro? Can you set up a delayed time lapse?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
totally can.
Yeah?
Yeah. You can like
Yeah.
preset a recorded. Yeah.
Like start this time lapse in 4 hours kind of thing. That's cool. There you
Yeah.
go.
I
Now
think
you
it's
don't need
at
to
a
get up.
specific. I think if you
I
set a
don't know
delay, you
about
can also
4
set a
hours.
specific time.
Yeah. Hey.
Little session sitting on the ground there.
Yeah.
I think that was a DJI.
Speaking of sessions, actually, I happen to have one right here, Hero 5 session, that the mythical unicorn nut right here, and just a little hint at this. We might be doing a little giveaway coming up soon for this here on Off Axis FPV Your World. So keep an eye out for that.
I want one bad. Like I know they're past their prime, but I still want one for the
Well-
size and their mythical nature. I just
All
want
I'm gonna
one.
say is tell a friend to subscribe to
many
this
action
channel.
cams over
Let's get Off Access to to 1,000 subs, and we're gonna be giving away this Hero
Nice.
5 session on the channel, man. So
Oh, yeah, guys.
Woo!
yeah,
That's a
Well,
sweet deal.
yeah, dude. I actually and the battery's still good on it, man. The battery's still great, and I know a lot of people freaking love these cameras. So just
Mhm.
that's a bit of a little bit of a teaser, but yeah, we're keep your eyes out,
There you go.
guys. Keep your eyes out.
The batteries on those aren't removable, are they?
No, they're not. No.
Not with that kind of attitude.
Does
But,
Well-
but I was gonna say, being electronically minded, is it possible to swap the
Yes,
battery
it's
out?
always possible.
Yeah.
Were we gonna say
Does,
Falcon Red?
Unless it was like
Does
Well, this
GoPro
was, like,
still
3D printed.
warranty those or repair them? I mean, or if
What
you
they
send
do
one for-
now, yeah. So if you kill one of these, what they're gonna do is, if you have the subscription, they actually just give you the. They don't give you another one of these anymore. They don't have them. But what they actually do is they just give you like the latest one that they use for replacements. I killed a Hero 5, not a session, but a while back, and they ended up giving me a Hero 9, and I was like, cha-ching, thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's when
so-
I sent in my Hero 8. I got a Hero 9. It just costs a bit more.
For sure, yeah.
It's extra funny with that picture of bread and beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Looks like the guy in the call center.
Yeah, he does. Soybeans. You look like a call center douche.
Oh, it looks like Almac converted his long range 7-inch back to analog with 800 milliwatts. If it's good enough for Falcon Raz, it's got to be good enough for anybody, right?
Yeah, 800 milliwatts is all you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I bet you're enjoying that new VTX, a little bit more power, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to try to make a video out of it, and I'm trying to think of what to actually say about it, but like my video was a little bit clearer,
Yeah.
a little bit better. I mean, I only
gotta
sort
go
of really
far.
noticed the difference. I don't know.
You got to go
just need
far.
really go deeper into that water gully spot with that.
You got to go
Yeah.
super far. I mean, you could probably go like an 800 milliwatt. You can probably do at least 12 kilometers with some
I
half-peak
think-
antennas.
That's why you
I
know
think this
when
calls
I
for a power loop of an ice bridge.
get-
Yep,
Yeah,
power loop
right.
of an ice bridge.
Just do the ice bridge again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have still had video if I had a 2,000 milliwatt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So it's kind of the odd thing about wattage. So like 2 watts is not twice the power of 1 watt. It's 10
Oh, yeah.
watts that's twice the power of 1 watt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to get those double power output gains at the lower levels because it's logarithmic. So like 100 milliwatts is twice the power of 10 milliwatts.
Yeah.
This is a dope spot.
Still, 2 watts is enough to have your own TV station.
Yeah, totally.
That's what we should do. We should do like a pirate TV station.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, right. You try to get us in trouble.
I guess
I don't
YouTube has
wanna
kind of
be
killed
good.
that now,
They're
right?
transmitting
YouTube
to
and
drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be
Nobody has analog TV anymore. It's just going to be a bunch of other FPV pilots sitting around with their goggles on.
I think my 40-inch Sony still has a tuner in it. But yeah, I don't think they put tuners in them anymore, do they?
They put
No.
ATSC tuners in them.
Yeah. Well, because I know, like in Canada, the big TV stations have to still provide over-the-air signal. So you can get, like, if you live in Toronto, you can get like 10 channels.
Yeah, but they're digital.
beautiful like HD. Yeah, but it's still over the tuner. You get
Oh,
free. You don't have to pay.
Yeah, where
You don't have to pay for cable.
you just
Well,
turn
yeah.
the notch.
It's a
You
lot
still
harder.
get,
It's a lot harder to create a pirated digital signal than it is a pirated analog signal.
Totally.
I sent Brandon Beans one of those helical antennas, 6-turn. Remember, Dr. Matt, I had a couple of those. I gave him one.
Did you make it?
Giveaway. No, it's an OCP one or whatever. So yeah, he's gonna use that corkscrew thingy. It took me forever to figure out what the heck he was talking about.
Actually,
butt
saw
plug.
someone posting one of those, 8-turn or however many turn helicoil, however you say it, antennas just today.
Helical.
Actually, helical, yeah. It was black and the coils or whatever you want to say were red, but I didn't catch what brand it
Copper.
was.
Yeah, they should be copper.
Didn't you just recently remake some antennas? Talk about it?
I'm trying around with a different
Yeah, you can.
take on it to see if it's easier to use for digital. See if I can start
Yeah.
using it for my digital setup.
That
But
should be
I'm
cool.
also wondering maybe I should just give in and just buy some a pair of X2 Airs and stick with that.
You want to show off? Do you have your antennas, your helicals that you made nearby by chance? Do you want to show them off?
I'm gonna wait till I test them some more before
Okay,
I show them off.
cool beans.
It's still in the
Nice
prototype
train.
stage.
That's a cool little set of trains there. Yeah.
I don't think it's that little.
It's a cute
Still
little
going
train.
around the corner. I don't know. Double stacked, a couple kilometers long at least.
One of them
Looks like a
British
nice
trains.
freestyle spot.
Hell yeah, I would definitely fly that bridge.
It's like a freestyle
look at
spot
that.
with a train chase location all in one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looks like where they stole the that chemical in Breaking Bad from the train,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
methalamine or whatever.
Yeah. That bridge is great. Over and under, feel the thunder.
Man, that's an epic
I think there might
spot,
be some
dude.
homeless
Damn.
people.
Hella great.
Middle of nowhere too, probably. Where is it? Does it say in the?
Let's see. Let's take a peek.
It's like Florida.
Definitely
Yeah.
Florida.
I was gonna say Midwest, somewhere south, Midwest, Utah, Wyoming,
Doesn't say.
California.
I love how it
Doesn't
like
look
kind of
like Utah.
wound around like that. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a snake, like a little snake train.
Yeah, you could see how the math, right? Where it's cheaper to go around than over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the cheapest grading on the land.
Yeah.
He is Arizona.
Yeah, it must be a Mavic then. It looked
Definitely
like the
looks
way
like
that it was
there's-
kind of panning at
Yeah.
the start and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, really good tools for specific use case. Like these kind of shots are cool with the Mavic.
Yeah,
I don't know if
pretty
it's the
neat, but-
landscape, but the color grade on this is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's something weird about it going on.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
like
Like I keep seeing
popping
these
on
weird,
the-
like
It's popping on the train and
I keep seeing like
some
green and
green.
magenta. I keep seeing like green and magenta moire
Right.
kind of weird stuff going on.
Oh yeah. I see
Right.
that. Probably ISO noise or maybe I don't know.
He's got some weird filter on it to like kill everything, but boost the
This is not illegal.
subject.
Not a legal flight.
And it's definitely on auto settings. You can see the exposure kind of like
Yeah.
Is this? Yeah, this is. You're not allowed to do this, are you?
No. It's a 10.
Oh,
This
really?
is what got. That's what got Nurk, right? That's what Nurk got.
Well,
stuck with, I
Nurk
believe?
went under a car while it was moving.
Ah,
Yeah, realistically,
'Cause that's
what
how
is a
Nurk
drone
does.
going to do to a train? Like, where a
Nothing.
train would
Nothing.
just
Well, if a
smash
drone has a
drone
bomb
into
on it-
powder and not even notice.
yeah.
You
The drone has a
imagine
bomb on it.
Unless,
Yeah.
unless it has a bomb on it, and then
Yeah.
they gotta think about the worst case scenarios.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the lowest common denominator.
Well, yeah.
There's always going to be some asshole
Yeah.
crashing into trains with a drone.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if you like smash it straight into the conductor's window or something.
You have to
Yeah.
be a complete asshole to do something.
Good
like
luck with that, though. Good luck with all that. I'd like to challenge somebody to put a 5-inch through a conductor's train window while the train is moving and the drone. Is
that. Legal
they-
notice.
you know,
Any
our-
views expressed
that
on
would-
this are
I don't actually challenge anybody to do that. I'm just saying that's a hard gap to hit, man.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
They probably got some pretty tough
we're
glass
only
on
gonna
those
get one
windows.
try. Yeah, it's at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about
class.
the head-on impacts that those the engine cars have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're hitting semis and cars, and
yeah.
you don't want all that shit going into the whatever, like the
Yeah, for
cockpit
sure.
or whatever the hell it's called.
They must hit like
The
fall
conductor
winter
hole.
all the time.
I
I don't
bet
know.
you
I'm
it's
not
called a
really.
cockpit.
I'm not into trains.
Who's this?
Fucking
lovers.
Bando.
Lovers, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Lovers?
Lovers FPV. Let's go. Cool spot. Nice little warehouse, or soon to be, or something. I don't know what that is.
It's like
X?
Brando, because it's brand new. Brando.
That looks fun. That must be a lot of fun.
Brand.
No.
Forgot who came up with that.
I
Brand.
came up with Barndo.
Yeah,
That was mine.
that's why I call the.
I think we were talking about the tropical one we called the Banando, right? For
Banando.
bananas.
Yep.
There's a
Tropical Bando is a
when you're
Banando.
Yeah.
a bondo when you're flying around an archaeological dig.
There you go, Bondo.
Bondo.
Oh, jeez.
Write it down, fellas. I
Oh, yeah,
coined
yeah.
it.
Or when you're flying at your
Copyright.
mom's house. Bondo.
Brandon says he's also known as Brando. That's so funny.
Brando.
Brandon Beans. Brando.
Trains rule, dinos drool. What?
I don't even know. Whoa, yeah. Let's go.
Oh, he's gonna hit them all? Yeah, all
Oh,
of them.
they
You actually
Yeah,
hit
it's
none
got-
of them.
sick. I miss spots like this, man. You don't. They're always, few and far between, and they're not around for long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You got to get them while you
I
can.
bet. That's what she said.
Hey.
Oh, that was in, eh?
Oh, what was that? That was a weird cut.
I think I played this level on
You cut-
liftoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could probably slide along the top of that orange thing pretty good.
Oh yeah. Nice.
But
Cool
Airmo on
rips,
the
man. That was
Switch.
nice.
Fuck yeah. Hitting it hard.
Nice.
Lovers FPV had a few videos to pick from this past couple days, so putting out a lot of content. Check it out.
Has this guy built his own freaking FPV park?
No,
Oh,
this is
this looks like
someone's
the one
FPV
in-
park. Though. There is, yeah.
This
This looks
is
like
a-
the one in
Oh, the West
Washington.
Coast one?
Yeah,
Oh, West Coast,
Uh,
the one that Rotor Riot's always at, wasting everyone's time.
Well, it keeps expanding. I remember seeing this before, and it wasn't that open
Yeah.
or built up. So they're working on it constantly. It looks like.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, this is ATEC FPV.
Atex or Ripper as well.
Yeah.
Love forests. Forest flying is my favy.
It was fucking bombing into the trees.
Hey, you could
Oh,
call
I
it
love that
in,
gap.
you could call a forest in Orgando.
Organic.
Organic.
That's too close to orgasm.
Not with that kind of attitude.
That's your answer to everything. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Or it's either that
Oh.
or as the prophecy foretold.
Dude, you got to be real quick to not crash into all those
This
trees.
guy knows this park. Holy,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not his like warm up pack.
Oh, you almost could.
He didn't just
definitely
roll
not.
up and be like, "All right, let me take an exploratory run."
Yeah.
He didn't just find a clearing in the trees.
You know what?
Yeah.
Knowing him,
Yo.
it's
Go
probably
fly here today.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That was cool. That was cool.
Love that
Imagine
guy.
just like showing up flying like 40-degree camera tilt in a spot like this.
right.
I gotta build one of those dive gap around basketball net thingies.
Done.
Well, no net because
Beauty.
that would suck.
Sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
back,
definitely
back,
not
back
done.
for more trippy spin time.
What?
Let's go.
Right into it.
Trippy,
Oh,
trippy.
That's a game changer right there.
Yeah,
Well,
I haven't learned
Crap,
trippy spins outside of the simulator yet. I'm a little scared of them.
Yeah.
I've had an opportunity or two in a nice clear area, but all of a sudden my memory of how to do it just leaves my body. And I chicken out.
yeah.
Right.
To be honest, like
I s-
it doesn't seem like that functional of a trick. You kind of like, I mean, maybe it can be if you're good enough, but like getting into it just
Oh.
doesn't seem natural. But maybe you can flow into it somehow.
I guess that's we gotta practice, but yeah.
yeah,
I
Yeah, you can
remember
use
one
it-
day I
you can
spent
use it to
about,
turn around
yeah.
around an obstacle.
Yeah.
In a fancy
I remember one
way.
day I probably spent 6 hours in the sim trying to do nothing but trippy spins, and I never even got one started.
I
Not
think
even close.
I think the
just kept
first time I tried a
flying
triple spin
past
in the
the
sim, I
crate.
got it.
Hey, screw you then.
You know what?
I'll never try it in real life.
Wow.
Big of a chicken shit.
He definitely
Yeah.
evolved on that one.
You know what?
Yeah,
Once
there's
you
that
get
too.
into them, it's I find it's the getting into them part that's tricky because you kind of have to like. It feels very unnatural to put yourself in that sort of like
Mhm.
facing upwards position, and then you're kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it's weird, man.
It's awkward. Yeah.
Oh, half Maddie to Trippy Winder said.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think
I think
probably
it's
the
one of
thing
those.
that-
Go ahead.
that- I'm sorry. Did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours?
We started at the same time.
No, I think the thing that throws people off is they're not really aware of how tilted the props are and the thrust vector compared to their point of view.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's funny.
That was a really good one, though, Matt. I have to say
Thanks.
It was.
that was amazing. Oh, next
I
up
use
we
that
got
one at work a lot.
EBR. We got EBR.
Oh no.
Never seen EVR before, but I think
Kiss
he
ones.
flies Kiss. Yeah.
I know. I was
Yeah,
just
who
gonna
is this
say.
guy?
more
Never heard
kids.
of him, man. I think he might play.
Probably never
Smooch
will because he
Ultra.
flies kids.
Oh.
Smoochy, smoochy.
I think it's Dan's favorite flight controller, isn't it?
Smooch FPV.
It's right up there with Clean Flight.
Yep.
Mr.
Right
Clean
up there
Plate. Hey,
with
shout out to Dominic Clifton, man. Cool guy.
Stumble Slug.
That's the easy part after the part after that is the
Yeah.
tough part. Getting into that.
Yeah, it's just look it up.
It's so weird to be doing that. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense in my brain how it even stays in the air.
you're doing a vertical.
Yeah, I can't even
Barrel
picture
roll.
the stick controls for it. I'd probably
Like, if you
do
could-
better just trying to do it than trying to think about what to do with the sticks.
It seems like if
Kiz
you could
Bartlett
do
has
that,
called it wonky nips.
It feels like you're almost like
Kiz Bartlett called it wonky nips. Once you get up there, you push them outwards, up and out.
Yep.
So there are points. So wonky nipples, he calls it wonky nips.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Well, you know what? Speaking of
Or you-
wonky nips, we got Carbon Cage here. He was busy milking the koala all day out in Australia. So,
Yay,
that's
Jay, buddy! I
Carbon Cage,
messaged.
man.
Who's going to
I
tell him there's
messaged
a
you on
male koala?
Discord, brother. Send me your address so I can send you a T-shirt.
He was too busy milking. me.
Carbon Cage, and so I could send you it, I guess. But he's not
Look at a koala.
watts. I think he wanted a different shirt.
Haha,
Let him know.
I just ordered a shirt and a hoodie.
See, where is Carbon Cage? If you want, drop on in. I'm gonna send you the StreamYard
This
link.
guy looks like he's got power loops on a Switch.
Oh man,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
EBR is super locked in, man.
Mhm.
I feel like it's just he probably doesn't have to think anymore. It's just like zip, zip,
Mhm.
zip, zip.
It's like he does
Yeah.
power loops while he's trying to gather himself to do the next thing.
He's like, what
Yeah.
should I do? Let me just do some power loops to think about this for a moment.
Meanwhile, I like hover at 399 feet or some shit.
Yeah, it's weird, man. When I first started power loops, somehow I was getting them really tight, and then for some reason now I'm shooting them to the freaking moon. I don't know if I'm just like
Mm.
I don't know. I don't care enough. Like it does look nicer and cleaner when you do them, like, tight around an object or whatever. But yeah, it's
Mhm.
I'm just
Well, it's
staying
good
on the
to fit
throttle too long. I
All
think.
object, you know what I mean? Depends how big
Yeah.
your object is that you're going around.
Yeah.
I've got those little sheds in my yard with the
Oh
the
shit.
rafters over it. You got to keep tight on those ones, or else you're not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
hit it on the way back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've tried sometimes to do it as tight as possible. You know, the 5-inch, just like flip it around, whatever it is. It's hard to do.
Oh, we got Eric Smith up now with some freestyle.
But yeah, Vancouver
AOS
Island.
3.5 03 air unit. Very nice.
I think
Is
this
this a
guy
high school or a prison?
Yeah, right. I heard the song before somewhere too.
Yeah, I remind
Thanks,
the
Carbon
chorus.
Cage.
Recognize that chorus.
Well, you can tell it's winter in North America because there's a lot of videos that look like this now. Hey, just brown and
Yeah.
Brown and poopy. Yeah.
give me some
Yes.
green.
Turn up that saturation on there and just
Yeah,
There is
make
no
everything-
color
I
to
think
be
it's-
had. There's
Yeah.
zero color
Yeah.
to be had.
It's
Yeah,
all brown.
I think it's time to go black. I think it's time to go black and white for a couple of months.
right.
No, it's really
Crank
just
up the
about like
contrast.
mapping luminance values to different colors and just colorizing it like you would like an old movie or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, just like turn that brown to like purple. There you go. You're good.
I got one of those
Then do
videos for
trippy
you, Koala.
spins. Yeah. I've
Yeah, I
seen
think,
them,
yeah,
that's-
I think we
that's
saw we played one of them last week. I think.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
wall taps.
A while
are
ago, I
always
think,
fun.
but yeah, I think we played it here.
Yeah, I had a few LUTs in the
Oh.
past that just like automatically did it, but they never looked good. You got to
man.
do it with HSL.
Oh man.
Yeah. Don't get them started, Koala. Don't get them started on LUTs.
No, you can't you can't do it with LUTs because they're not. You can, but it's like a cheater way, and it doesn't turn out properly because it's like it's not specifically
It's
to
like-
the footage.
LUTs are destructive.
It's like your PIDs,
they,
right?
They throw away
Using
data.
somebody else's PIDs. Yeah. It's also like using somebody else's PIDs. Unless
I
your
mean,
setup
I'm
is
happy
exactly
to I'm
the
happy to
same.
share like my power grades because power grades aren't destructive to your footage. But when
Yeah.
you use your LUT, you're throwing
Yeah.
away everything that's not in the LUT. So you can you lose everything else that you could do to it after the LUT.
When you say power grade, do you mean like just kind of like
DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, okay. Like is it like more of like
It's
a
a
base grade?
it's a I mean it is a complete grade. It can be, But it's basically the presets you would have in DaVinci Resolve. It's like a LUT, but it's specific to Resolve.
Okay, cool.
It sits on top.
No man is about to bust a vein.
He's gonna have a stroke if somebody says "LUT" one more time.
It's like that kid, that meme. The kid's got a vein popping out of his head. He hasn't told anybody he's vegan in 10 minutes. Or he hasn't told anybody he does CrossFit.
Just mention how you can do it in Premiere. That'll set them off.
Oh, we got Mario FPV running the Open IPC. If anyone's familiar with this, this
There we
HD
go. Now
project.
we got some saturation going on.
How does this?
Holy distortion, Batman.
So
Is
this
that a
is,
Raspberry
Pi
this
camera?
is the Open IPC system, HD feed to your goggles.
Yeah,
This is the new system that they've been working on.
yeah. This is the
talk
future
to them on
for
your
open
channel, right?
source digital video, I guess, or the the hopes for. Yeah.
So does it have its own bespoke
affordable, too.
VRX or goggles? Like how would I use
Uh,
IPC on my DJI goggles? Can I?
It's all
have to
Raspberry
get a
Pis
module?
and Arduinos
It's
and shit.
very let's put it this way, it's not in a form factor that you probably want yet.
I see. It's not ready for prime time.
No, but I mean, frick, it looks pretty good to me, man. Like, I mean, if you can get it set up, that looks pretty freaking amazing.
But I couldn't make that.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of info out there. I'm sure there's Discords and whatnot, Open IPC, and yeah, actually on Let's Drone Out, the podcast Let's Drone Out, they had a whole episode where Mario came on, and I don't know if I was on that episode. I can't remember, but I know we had him on. But yeah, if anyone's interested in Open IPC, check out Let's Drone Out, and there's Mario FPV was on there talking about it and all that. So
Yeah, links in the chat
Who makes
too
those
as
crystal
well.
clear
From
props?
IPC.org. Lots of information there, all open source.
Those props are
basically.
probably open source too.
And yeah.
let's see.
That's pretty cool.
Camera's got a nice rolling shutter. You can see the motors.
I basically selected this because I just wanted to show off that there is hope for digital being open source.
We can get like
Yeah.
the
You can have
VTX
open
version of
source.
Express LRS. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that'd be super cool.
Works
And
with
I
any
think this
camera,
guy's
too.
doing I think this is supposed to be 4K that he's seen.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah, it's true. Yep. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, no joke.
They don't play over at Open IPC.
There you go.
Yeah,
3K,
3K.
3D.
3K. That's cool. See, you know what I noticed? So a lot of a lot of digital guys say like they can't fly in 30p or 30 FPS or whatever, saying that it's whatever. But isn't analog 30p? Or correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe the different cameras have different frame rates.
Different cameras will have different refresh rates.
I know what the
And,
DVR records at is like 29 or whatever.
Yeah, like it's different
Yeah,
for analog
it's-
than digital. Like the digital, if you put your camera, if you record at 30 FPS or
Yeah.
whatever, then the you get some really bad lag in the.
Yeah, I
Your-
mean, it takes a little bit of adjustment. I've flown O3 at 30 FPS at night, and it takes a little bit of adjustment, but then you get used to it pretty quick. The added latency is not that bad unless you're like trying to do super
Yes,
precision
you
shit.
record at 30. Okay, that makes sense.
On analog
Is there
cameras,
something-
though, are they? Is there a standard thing that you're viewing back at though? Like I'm unfamiliar with that information. Like, do you know? Does anybody know whether off axis or Falcon Rad, whether when you're like, do specific analog FPV cameras have their own frame rate, or what's being transmitted, or is it? I'm
So,
guessing it's variable.
FPV cameras,
I think it's
FPV
different.
cameras will have maximum vertical line count, and then they'll have supported scan rates because the camera scans.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to actually answer that properly.
Me either, really.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be considered like it really wouldn't be considered frames per second, right? Because that's I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm not
it
sure
would
an
be.
analog camera transmits.
It
It transmits faster than frames per second because the
it's
response time is like
Yeah.
for the weight is very small in between.
yeah.
And that actually that I'm curious about that now. I'm gonna have to look into that more because it's kind of cool. I just thought of it randomly right now. I'm like, what do they show us, or what is the?
It depends. I mean, usually the scan rate and the transmission rate of the actual scanned frames is way higher than what's displayed.
True. Yeah.
Because you don't want a slow scan rate, otherwise you'll have tearing or you'll have wobbles.
Yeah.
It's still a digital sensor.
Yeah.
But it has to scan at like an incredibly high speed.
Yeah, I because the camera I actually just put on my new build it's the Foxier T-Rex cam or whatever, and they tout 1500 TVL or whatever they say, but some people were saying that a lot of this like TVL stuff is marketing mumbo jumbo, but I don't know
Yes and no. If you have a transmitter that supports it, then you'll get a transmitter and goggles that supports the vertical lines. I mean, we're talking high resolution goggles at that point, right? You'd have to have analog goggles in order to support 1500 TVL.
Yeah. I mean, like
CRTs on your face kind of analog goggles.
Oh, true.
Very cool. Where is this guy who's working on this located? This feels like Ontario.
Probably Michigan.
Off grid, everything says we see 60, they record 30. I wonder if he's talking. I think he's talking about the analog thing, but
yeah, he's talking analog, and basically it's 120 frames per second interlaced is how it's transmitted.
Yeah,
and then it's reassembled as 60
or whatever. Yeah.
There's a really great post from Get FPV that I found that tells you all the physics and all the shit behind of how what we're talking about. I was going to read it a bunch, but I really didn't want to read it because there's a lot of information.
Oh yeah,
check it out.
It could literally.
I don't even know why I joined the stream anymore. Jeez,
like an entire video.
Wait a second. Who are you?
But there's information there, and
pirate.
Basically, what it's saying is it transmits radio waves from video to radio waves, and sends it by the 5.8 gigahertz. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
To your shit, and I stopped reading pretty much after that.
Cool.
Hey, off grid. Well, off grid saying or 50 FPS if you're NTSC, but wouldn't it be the other way around? I think it's if you're PAL, it would be 50 and NTSC would be 60. But I could be totally
most of the analog standards for goggles are PAL, just because PAL supports higher resolutions inherently. They're easier to build around.
You know what's really strange? When I was setting up the OSD elements,
PAL's the European one, right?
Yeah.
PAL's like the rest of the world.
Yeah. When I was setting
Except
up
for Japan.
when I was setting up OSD elements on my on my stuff just the other day, a couple of days ago, 1 or 2 days ago, my the T-Rex cam was set default to PAL, and all the OSD elements they fit nicely on the screen or whatever you want to say. But when I was like, oh wait, well I'm in North America, so I switched it to NTSC. For some reason, it like all the OSD elements were beyond the viewing whatever, so I had to switch it back to PAL, which was kind of weird. But I mean,
yeah, PAL the standard I think is something like 525 vertical lines from a broadcast standard. The biggest difference between NTSC and PAL is the drop frame compatibility. So NTSC, this is where the stupid 23.987 comes from for like film.
24
because
yeah,
right, it needs a little bit of extra space to fit in the audio in the actual RF. It's an RF bandwidth thing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
super technical stuff. Yeah.
Woohoo! That's why I'm glad I fly digital. I guess NTSC and PAL work in that too.
Don't call me pal, friend. Yeah. Don't call me guy. Yeah.
Wait.
Don't call
Nomad
me
would know
friend,
this.
bud.
What does PAL stand for?
Portuguese
wait a
analog
minute.
language.
So wait, that last one
Portuguese
was. Wait a sec. Was that
Mario.
8-bit or is this?
Or this is 8-bit.
This is 8-bit.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know. I thought I did, Dan. I don't know what PAL stands for.
Jeez.
I know I fail.
I was like, if anybody knows.
If anybody should know, it should be me, but I don't, so it's a fail.
I don't even know what does NTSC. I'm guessing something standard.
NTS.
National Television.
Yeah. National Television
Standard.
Yeah,
Codec?
PAL is phase
Council or
Phase
something like
alternate
that.
lines.
Yeah.
Phase what?
alternate lines.
So we got one pack FPV right now, right? Oh no, sorry, this is 8-bit.
8 bits in the house.
Where's everyone dropping their edits? Almac, so if you're in the Discord, maybe off access, you probably know it off the top of your head better.
You can just
Share
fax us your
video.
edit, dude.
It just fax it over, man.
Along with
I'll send it back
Along
in
with
case that's
$10
a copy.
handling fee. Don't forget your $10 handling fee.
Yeah, it should be in the FPV Your World Discord. There should be a little subsection in there.
Share
for,
video.
There you go. Share a drone video. Show me what you got, guys. Discord's right up in the link here.
No nudes.
Discord, if you haven't joined Discord yet, give her hell.
I'm talking to you off grid. No more
What are you
nudes.
doing over
in the
there, Dan?
Discord.
Jesus.
I was shaking
Too
my
much lube,
juice.
dude. Too much lube. Shouldn't sound like that.
Shaking the juice.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys been doing any flying at all lately, or?
Oh,
I haven't
me,
it
gotten
says
there
it's-
very
it's
much.
been raining.
If it looks like
One at a
I'm
time,
waiting for a
okay,
good-
guys, put your hand
No,
up.
no, all of them, all of us, all of us.
Never. Patience is for suckers.
But you gonna call in anybody?
Okay, Falcon Rad, your
Yeah.
turn.
What's that?
Have you been doing any flying?
Not much. I've gotten out a couple of times this winter, but
Yeah.
the most of the time on the weekend it's been just rainy and cloudy, or
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's the same here.
or it ends up being like sort of okay, but you don't. The weather says it's going to kind of suck, so you don't want to.
You don't even want to charge
Doing
packs.
5 hours worth of driving for the day just to the chance that it might be okay.
Yeah. It's like risk reward assessment, right? Or not even risk, but like, yeah.
It's tiring getting up early and like driving for 2.5 hours and getting all your gear ready for a few hours the night before, and then driving back home and then unloading SD cards for hours. It's like I'm always just
It's like a work gig
charging.
at that point. It's like
Yeah,
a work gig.
it's like a work.
What
gig,
I've-
but
Yeah, totally. What I've learned is like flying in this hobby is like a small portion of what actually goes into it. Like
yeah,
it's rewarding when you can get out to fly and you have a great time, but there's so much preparation. There's so much, like you said, backing up SD
Yeah.
cards, formatting them, making sure your batteries are charged, making sure you have all your spares, making sure all your shit's working, making sure like
And then you get out there and your SD card is still in your reader on the computer at home.
Or you forgot your goggles.
Yeah. Or your
So for me,
yeah, that's
I'm waiting for a really good, bright, sunny day because I promised everybody a review of a comparison of these three cameras, and like the sun has yet to come out. So
oh sweet,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm waiting on. And also for my purposes, like, yeah, I could go out and fly, but there's not. It's ugly as shit outside, and for me, if I don't film, did I actually fly a drone, right? So
Yeah. Nope. I know. I'm the
nobody
same way,
wants
man.
to
There's a
see
lot of
washed
people.
out gray footage of my neighborhood.
There's a lot of people who are like I love to fly because I love to fly, but I'm like, if I'm gonna fly, I want to get some sick footage, man. I don't like, I don't know. It's
I'm not so
I-
worried about it all the time myself. I just like doing it for fun. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just like I get only like I have time to do 2 packs this week. I'm not going to
That's
worry
what
about getting good.
That's what this
footage.
little
I'm
guy's
just gonna go
for.
have
This
fun.
is the one I'll strap a battery at lunchtime onto it, put it out on the porch, and fly from inside the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just rip anywhere and everywhere with it.
Yeah.
man,
But
this
I've been
guy's
so
freaking sending it,
freaking
eh?
busy with work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's killing that
Gee.
battery.
What is it? Is it a 5-inch?
I don't know, but he is abusing the shit out of that battery.
It needs a tune.
I was going to say it sounds really high pitched.
Well, it's
Well,
not.
it's
I mean, the
gonna
pitch is
go
fine.
nuts.
Wow.
The pitch is fine. It's just it's got some
Is it
mid
a
throttle
Forest?
oscillation.
I wonder how much puke is on his lap after the end of this flight.
No shit.
Ay.
Listen to that chitter. Those motors not happy.
Chitta chatta.
Smacky.
Well, he did hit smack a tree earlier, so he might have bent props.
I don't know, man. That was crazy
Nice.
rip. that's for
Oh, you
sure.
know what?
Yeah,
I got
that's
a video to
pretty
show
much
you guys.
Hey, this looks like a Beans video.
We got Gen X FPV here.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. Gen X for
Very
the
nice.
win.
This looks like Brandon Beans Plaza at night. Maybe all plazas look the same.
It also looks like the same one Swift Duck flies at. Bean says, yeah, it does.
I think they all look the same. Beans. It's the suburban dystopia plaza. What a giant waste of space. It wasn't for flying drones. They should raise it.
I like the music.
Digging it. Plaza rips. Do like a whole stream of just plaza rips.
Oh yeah.
I knew this wasn't Beans Plaza because the footage isn't as nice.
Oh yeah,
And this
bro.
guy's a little flippy floppy. Beans is smoother.
Yeah, there's you know what? I actually parking lots at night are kind of nice if they have some features around, just because they are lit up, right? You kind of can actually see
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
going on.
Yeah.
Like even like a
But could you do this with an 03?
Yeah,
I don't think
easily.
you could do this with an 03.
You
Yeah?
can. Oh yeah.
Because everybody
this
says
is
the
very
03
bright
sucks
for an
at
03.
night, so.
Because they don't know how to set it up.
yeah.
Mm.
It's the biggest problem with people in this hobby, and I'm not trying to like point any fingers, but they don't know. A lot of people don't know how to mess with camera settings and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's an additional hobby on top of like
Yeah,
playing around with
absolutely.
cameras. It's a whole other hobby on top of flying drones. So
Yeah,
it
I
makes
think
sense
people
that-
have a lot of expectations of just being able to turn it on and go.
Yeah.
That's me.
And that's not an unreasonable expectation, right?
No,
So,
not
I
this
mean,
hobby.
Especially
Yeah,
in the
that's not-
day and
that's not
age of
unreasonable.
mobile phone cameras that just work.
Oh yeah,
and-
yeah.
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 And at the same time, too, not everybody's a camera nerd, right? So they're like, I'm a drone nerd. I want to fly my drones, and sure, I'll get some cool footage, and hey, cool. That's all that matters, right? So everybody's
The thing is, I am a camera nerd, but only stills. You know what I mean? I can tell you how stills cameras work inside and out. But
Yeah.
you put a video camera in front of me, and I'm like, auto, natural, go.
yeah, they're not too far off, man. They're the same.
Well,
a
no,
lot of
that's the
same
thing.
rules
That's the
apply.
thing. But it's just a completely different animal that I've never actually.
No,
like, gotten a full
I
grasp
agree.
on.
I agree with Dan. Like I did photography before I did cinema way back in the day. And now if I go back and try to do still photography, I am just fumbling about like a fucking newbie. I have no idea what's going on, even though I understand conceptually how it's supposed to work.
Yeah. That's
They are
different.
very
Yeah.
different beasts.
Just throw on shutter priority and call it a day.
Yeah.
I'm
Brandon
actually
Bean's got all
I'm a
the
huge
facts.
proponent for I'm a huge proponent for semi-auto modes for photography because no human is a robot, but
Nerd.
As long as you know, if you know what you're doing with it, right? You're setting it up for depth of field, or you're setting it up for shutter speed.
Yep.
For whatever reason, that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? You're doing it for that reason. So, yeah, like you want to stay at a wide open, f-stop, like super wide, but
Yep.
lock it there and only change one. So yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, we got Nerdbird in the we're watching Nerdbird right now, and she's actually out of Australia, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure she's from Australia, and she also flies Kiss Ultra. Dan. She flies Kiss Ultra.
Oh
Dan.
no! Jeez,
Your
Carbon
favorite.
Cage, if you're still in there, watch out for this one. She's an alley cat girl. Stay away from those alley cat girls. They're no good. Bad news. Women who fly Kiss. Lost.
Dan's getting canceled.
Anybody who flies Kiss. I'm just telling Carbon Cage because he's young and impressionable. I don't want him going down that dirty
Smooch
rabbit
FC,
hole.
baby.
Smooch FC FPV. Yeah. You know, actually, I always like. Well, I'm sure Nomad will maybe not agree, but I like how she changes the color of the sky to the sort of off greenish.
Oh, that's totally
Like,
fine. It's a blood, but it's totally fine.
Okay, I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna be like,
Oh
don't
no. I mean, sky coloring is a whole like sub hobby of colorists.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
And if you watch films, you'll notice that, especially in like blockbusters and stuff like that, the sky is never natural color. So this is completely fine, completely acceptable from both a standards point of view and an artistic point of view. It is aesthetically pleasing, especially with the clouds there. So I like it.
Yeah. There's actually a really cool. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, as a species, we're ruined for skies because all the skies we see on TV and movies and photographs, they've been manipulated to look like that. You know what I mean? Nobody gets that out of their camera. You know what I mean? Like, everybody takes pictures. Yeah, but you know what I mean? You go and you shoot a picture. Your skies are never that gorgeous unless you do something about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, cameras don't capture what the eyeball sees.
No.
Yeah, we expect to see a certain thing, and the average Joe never usually gets it.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Well, and
that's why all your pictures are just gray.
A lot of sensors. I mean, depending on your picture profiles and stuff, like a lot of times the sky's gonna be like undersaturated, or I mean, it depends. I guess that's kind of too broad of a statement, but. But so speaking of crazy color change skies and just color changes in general, there's a really cool music video called Lamborghini High by ASAP Mob. It's really, really trippy music video, and they do a lot of really cool color changing stuff if anyone's interested in checking that out.
Like Hot Wheels.
Super rad.
Hypercolor t-shirts.
Was that the whole playlist?
Anybody remember?
Nope. Taking a break. Koala, did you want to show off your new setup?
Do it.
Oh yeah, totally.
What do you got?
Why is he taking his pants off?
If you guys
not that setup.
FPV Your World Discord, he's been showing off his new build.
Yeah, I got it. I just had to get that koala milk out quick. Just sorry, Nomad. But yeah, here's the new
she's pretty
nice.
The new Rad Lion build, 7-inch, and I haven't fully figured out where I'm going to do with this yet, but I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see. There's a few things I still have to
hold
do.
it still.
Zip tie the frame.
Cool.
I still have to heat shrink my receiver, which is in the front, and just kind of tape down right now for testing purposes. But yeah, it's basically I was following Falcon Rad's sort of tutorial. I've got the T-Motor F90 1300 kVs on that. Like I was saying before, T-Rex cam in the front. Running Kiss Ultra V2 flight controller, Dan Zilla.
Nice.
F55 Pro 2, so 55 amp ESC, and Rush Solo Tank, Bard Pole Antenna, Singularity, True RC, Gem Fan 7035s. Hero 11 Mini, and
Nice.
yeah, I got the diversity and everything on that. And man, I actually
Where's your second Immortal T? Is it
so
on
there's
the
the
back?
one on the front
bottom?
here, and then this
Yeah.
barred pole antenna right here is the
Oh, that's the other one. Okay, yeah.
yeah. And
Gotcha.
yes, I got to maiden it yesterday because it was somewhat
Nice.
reasonable weather, and man, it flies amazing. I was getting like within 2 flights on a single 4,000 milliamp hour lithium ion, with the O line ones, A line, however you say it. Over 2 flights, because I flew for about 10 minutes and I landed. I just want to check some stuff out. Then I took off again. I got about 20 minutes of flight time, and there was still gas in the tank. I probably could have gone a little more, which was really surprising.
awesome,
Just
dude.
like cruising. That's awesome.
But
Jealousy
rig, bro.
rages.
yeah, I've got the BN2. Oh yeah, the BN220 GPS there, and man, super surprising. I was getting locks like in maybe a minute or two, and then after that it was like instant.
Yeah, the new beta flights.
Once you're warmed up.
Nice for it.
Yeah,
It's so much
Very
quicker.
cool.
got the UMA grip, on there.
Nice.
That shit is magic.
It's crazy
is.
how it is. And then
Wait, does your-
I
Oh,
did my
yeah.
circle on the outside. I didn't do your more trickier way when I was following your build guide. I was like, well, this will be fine. But
I forgot you
Yeah.
have an old prototype version. I was like, how come your top plate doesn't say rad?
yeah. This is
You got,
man.
you got
I was
the
gonna say
pre-release
dude,
version.
it flies amazing, and there's actually my maiden flight is in the playlist.
It's coming up. Yeah.
Coming up in a couple
Oh,
videos,
cool.
and dude, it flies so freaking good, man. I was kind of nervous. I was like, okay, I hope I got it all set up right. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna arm and I'm gonna take off. Hope nothing crazy happens. And it just, like, you'll see, literally, I take off. I went and chased a train on my maiden flight, and I sent it out like reasonably far, and it just. I'm getting a little bit like I was testing flips and rolls, and I get a little bit of like bounce back, but
That's the kiss.
not much. And the thing is, I'm not flying that like this. I'm just going to be cruising and doing a little bit of dives and a little bit of whatever. So, whether it needs to be tightened up or not, I'm happy with it, man. I think it's
Nice.
awesome.
I'd rather have bounce backs than have it be loose. Because when you get into high winds, you don't want it to wiggle around.
True.
Yeah.
Brandon Beans is saying replace the BN with a BE220 when you're ready to flash beta flight. Funny. Yeah. Does KISS work with M10s yet? Yeah, I'm pretty sure KISS Ultra works with like any GPS, man. And for VTX carbon cage, I'm running the red thing right there. It's a Rush Solo Tank VTX there. Yeah.
Those are 1 watt, right?
I think they go to 1.2 or 1 point something.
I think 1.6 it goes to, yeah. And yeah, man, it's and you know what, actually Almac, who's in the chat here, he was giving me a hand through his Discord, and Almac and DC Seek, they've been flying some 7-inch KISS Ultra stuff, so yeah, they were giving me a hand, and so yeah, shout out to Almac, shout out to DC Seek, and shout out to everybody in the KISS Ultra Discord that's helping me out. Crunked, Fader Commander, Alexander Fedorov, man, all these guys basically have been helping me out. So without y'all, this wouldn't have been possible. So I really appreciate you guys helping everything. How does
without everybody at
KISS
FPV, I would have given up a long time ago.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, I haven't tested it fully yet, but according to Alexander Fedorov, which is the creator of KISS Ultra, it actually only needs 6 sats fixed to do a proper return to home. Obviously, you'll get more when you're flying and whatnot, but it only needs 6. But it's so easy. You do a few little settings in the GUI, and it just works, man. It just freaking works. Yeah. And that's the whole thing about KISS is like, KISS, keep it super simple. It freaking works.
Yeah, totally. Welcome in, Flexo 3D. Welcome in, man.
Did you see what Carbon Cage said there? Abandoned beads. Did you pop LSD for your photo? Now you got to go to that one. That
Dude, I'm
makes
so
much
high
sense.
right now. It looks like that
That
Simpsons
makes so
character.
much sense, Carbon Cage.
They do look like some wide eyes there.
Definitely.
That's pretty funny. I would guarantee you he's not wearing pants in that picture either.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the but yeah, like I said, man, I'm really excited, and I'm excited to kind of be on the Rad Lion train, so to speak, because I mean, Falcon Rad and Off Axis, you guys were the the motivation for me to even get this frame, and I kind of got a bit of a hand me down from a mutual friend. Shout out to Prince FPV, Jonathan, and I don't know, man. I'm really proud that it all turned out great, and can't wait to rip it up in some Taiwan mountains.
Oh yeah, man.
Nice.
Maybe
Yeah.
some footage
When do you
for sure.
leave?
I got a couple
you go.
weeks, and I'm heading out.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Oh, a couple
yeah.
weeks
so
to dial
you
it
won't
in
be here
and
for the
trust
last stream of the month, right? On the 30th, you won't be here. The
Um,
3D night.
so what time? Wait,
What,
what
you can't
time?
stream
Wait, you know
from
what though? Because
Taiwan?
we're I'm trying to think. We do it here starting at 9 p.m. Dude, I can probably still do the stream because it's 12 or 13 hours ahead. I can probably still tune in.
That's hilarious.
Cool.
Yeah, we're just basically on backwards time, but it'll be morning for
Backwards
me, I
time?
guess.
You just
Yeah.
making shit up now.
Live from downtown Thailand.
Oh, interesting.
What's
yeah, it
that
would
smell?
be early in the morning. Yeah. Interesting.
Sorry?
Yeah, it'd be in the morning for you. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Fucking cool.
Madness.
Well, we're looking forward to that, guys. Check that out as well.
Heck yeah.
Maybe we'll even do a koala live stream. Set it up somehow. You do a live fly.
Nice.
Dude, you know what? What I'll do is when I'm out there, I'll actually pick up one of those little monitors or whatever, and
Mhm.
we could totally do something like that. Because where I'll be staying at one point, I'll see if I can make it happen on a Tuesday when we're out there. My girlfriend's grandpa's place is up in the mountains in Taiwan. So yeah, if we can do some live long range rips, dude, that'd be crazy.
That'd be super sick. Live fly long range.
Dude, that'd
Nuts.
be yeah. I gotta hold my. I have to like mute you guys so I don't hear anything and just like focus and just kind of
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm super stoked, man. Well, what's crazy is that this is actually only my second build on my own so far, with only a little bit of help from some people, and I don't know if you guys get this, but you guys have probably been in this hobby longer than I have been, but you know that like feeling when you build something and it works and you get that sense of accomplishment that you're like, you know what, I did this. That's I don't know, man. I think that's a really cool feeling when it's like you build it, it works, and you're just like you get that sense of pride that you didn't just go out and buy this shit pre-made. You're like, I fucking did this, and no one can take that away from you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's rewarding.
Yeah.
I could. But won't.
No,
That's
No.
it. I'm ordering.
never,
I'm
dude.
starting ordering parts for my long range this week.
yeah.
That's
Now
it. Shouldn't take it
building is
anymore.
best. I've had plenty of pre-built stuff, and all my self-built stuff I take so much more pride in, and they tend to work better too, because you know every part that went into it. I don't think I've ever received a bind and fly that had like the right build or the right config of Betaflight on it, like the motors are backwards or just something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to do it from the ground up. And what are you poking at?
He's in Bardwell's
Oh,
office.
making the green screen move.
Oh, it's
Oh, okay.
I was playing with the
his
chat.
his background. Oh.
I thought he was seeing shit.
I was like, how
No, I
come-
totally agree with
really,
you. Well,
his place really does look like Bardwell. He's got the exact same like drawers and cupboards and like table there. Okay.
but we're not going to learn anything today.
Hey, Marcel.
Please.
Marcel, do you want to show the maiden, or should we wait until it gets through the thing?
I was actually just thinking about skipping right to it right now, just to make it more sense. Just give me a
So it's
second
on.
here.
Yeah,
Also
sweet,
looking
man.
for a virtual background.
Man.
Trying to
You have
find
no
that
idea
fucking
how
land save that
disappointed
will
in
break it.
myself that I haven't built one of these yet. Now I need to.
Dan,
no,
do
I
it. Just do
I
it,
think I
man.
lost it.
I did it
That's
in,
it.
bro. I was literally waiting
there.
on my motors and my ESC. It took 5.5 weeks to get my motors and ESC. And then as soon as it came in, I built the whole thing in 2 days. And I was like, made in it on the third day. It works great.
What size motors did you put on it?
The T-Motor F90s, they're Falcon Rad, you probably know better than me. They're for size, they're 1300 kV, but they're what
2806.5.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Honestly, I was
F90s.
F90s.
I like T-Motors, so I'd probably go that direction too.
Yeah, they're good, man. I mean, like, I was a little sad I had to wait 5.5 weeks for everything, but I guess that's just kind of the break sometimes, right? So,
yeah. Slow boat from China.
Yeah.
Actually, I usually order my T-Motors directly from T-Motor, and they come dang fast. They come really fast.
Yeah,
from China. Boom.
So here we are. This is my maiden flight. And I forgot to put the current sensor setting right in the GUI, so I don't have any current sensor milliamp hours out on this flight, but I fixed it when I got home. So, but yeah, it's.
Did you put this through stabilization yet, or is this raw?
No, this is just GoPro Hero 11 Mini and whatever the built-in stabilization is, but
built-in stabilization.
Yeah,
cheating.
Yeah. I'm pretty lazy, man, for post Dave, and I don't have the best range. So. But dude, look at it, man. Like, how much better do I need it to fly? How much more do I need? How much better do I need?
Flight? Yeah.
I mean,
ballsy and nice.
Video that we watched, just like they unloaded half of them. I think it's the same trains. The exact same trains as that first video.
Yeah. This was actually my first time flying over water with an FPV drone, because I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm always a little bit leery, but it's like, if you can fly over land, you can fly over water. Same thing, right? Like,
yeah, but if you can crash over land and get your drone back, you're not necessarily going to crash over water and get your drone back.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
so downtown Newmarket.
No. This is
Burlington, Brampton.
This is Florida, man. Didn't you know?
Downtown Brampton,
right? Iceland,
North York,
Timbuktu,
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Hey,
North York. Oh, what a horrible place. Brampton, North York, all those.
I was actually really impressed with I mean, I did put the VTX at 800. I probably didn't need to for this close level of flying, but man, I was actually really impressed with the solo tank. It's really nice, and with the true RC singularities.
Yeah, it's really good antenna. Definitely, I noticed.
What was your farthest away you got? Did you say? Did you do a kilometer with it, or
this one here?
Yeah, how far did you go away with it?
I don't know exactly. I think maybe a kilometer at most, maybe a kilometer and a half or so at most. But even like here at the end, I'm like testing the flips and rolls, seeing how it does. Hey, Almac, thanks, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all your help, dude.
And there's like soccer net.
Yeah.
Didn't see the soccer net.
Sweet, thumbs up. Heck yeah.
Hey, Koala's got legs.
Nice.
Who knew?
Glad you got it all running nicely in time for your trip.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no,
look at this spot.
So excited, man. I'm super stoked. I was like really apprehensive. Oh, this is Lovers now. Yeah. I think.
Look at how close he's getting to that.
Is this like Wave Rider or something like that? One of those arcade games from the 90s?
It looks like it is.
I think it's just some guy who's got more money than God.
Lovers always got wicked content with this stuff. I don't know what the hell.
Well, I was actually going to ask you guys, Falcon Rad and Off Axis. You guys both fly Crossfire, right?
Yep.
And well, yeah, obviously because of the barred pole antenna. Well, I guess you can get barred poles for ELRS now.
I'm going to be flying ELRS pretty soon, though, on my 3.5 inch. I'm waiting for the VTX and RX combo from it's another Neutron RC chip thing. So I got that for my Neutron RC AOI board for that 3.5 inch. That's going to be all new for RC. So we'll see how that goes.
Sweet, man. Yeah. Well, what I was going to ask you guys, for those who have flown the Crossfire Diversity, have you guys ever hooked up one of those backup little 1S or a little lipo to the Crossfire so that if you do, if anything does happen, still sends out telemetry and whatnot?
Only works with the full-size TX, the big 2-watt TX.
Yeah,
no other one will work with it.
Would it work with the Tango 2? Because I use the Tango 2.
I went through setting it up, putting the battery on and everything, and then got right into figuring out firmware setup, and it was you can't do it. Only the big 2-watt full-size TX.
Well, you know what? Thank you for that, because it saves me having to do anything else to my receiver.
I did that one of my first. I think it was my 6-inch long range, and ended up doing that and thinking that it would help me get that lock, but having the GPS coordinates on there was enough.
Yeah, exactly. And for long range, you're sending it out. Like, what are the chances you're getting it back anyway? So,
the one thing I did opt for was a really, really loud, strong buzzard that has a battery backup system on it.
Good loud buzzard.
You would be surprised how not far those buzzer sounds carry. It took me more than an hour to find my 7-inch after it crashed in the desert. And even in the quiet of the desert, even in the quiet of the desert, I was relatively I was within visual range before I heard
it. Well, I threw on one of those little I did hook up a little beeper. One of those was it Pico? No, not Pico, or shoot, what are they called? Buzzer
Piezo.
Yeah, piezo. Yeah, a little piezo beeper or whatever. Yeah.
Those ones are okay. Yeah, but
they're okay for just close up.
You need to get some subs.
I was thinking you could strap one of those air horns, with a compressed air can to the bottom.
You just have a little servo. Servo goes
a little electronic switch. Yeah, exactly.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
It was actually little switches
like an idea.
I'm gonna put one of those on.
Those switches,
so I can up my chances.
The ones that flick your switchers on, your blinkers on your car. What's that switch called?
Relay.
Yeah, relay on it.
Relay.
Just open up the valve. It just.
Yeah, I was looking at those Vi-Fly beepers that have the little backup batteries on them. I don't know if those are any good or if you guys run those or not, but
I have one with a backup battery. I hate it because it doesn't know the difference between crash and I landed and pulled the battery off. So if I don't forget to hit the disarm button, it starts screaming at me after I take the battery off. And I always forget 100% of the time.
Yeah, I guess it's just little things. It's always good to have just some redundancy or something, right? Something to sort of fall back on in worst case scenarios for that type of flying.
I think almost a set of strobes would be better than a beeper.
Smoke bomb.
Or a frag grenade.
If your transmitter can do it, see if you can get your transmitter to log your GPS coordinate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I do. Yeah. I have the GPS coordinates on the radio screen itself, so the last coordinates that were sent, I have on the radio.
I did set that up with where it was like add new sensor or whatever, and then so I did set up that so I can see it on my radio. Although I mean the Tango 2 screen is very small, but I mean if I have it, it's better than not having it, right? So
well, at least so you have the log.
Small.
So if your log goes down, you can look at the log and see.
Yeah.
I know. I actually don't even
with your coordinates.
I don't bother setting all that stuff up because if I go down, I'm not hiking up the mountain or across.
Because you're Falcon Rad, so fuck your quad. If you lose it, you'll just buy another, right?
Well, as soon as I go 100 meters away, it's impossible to retrieve because it's
yeah.
Can't get to the other side of the river.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't get my head around that. Like, I'm always thinking about how bad is that hike going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've gotten better after I've lost an expensive quad. You know, I've gotten better about it. I don't have as much anxiety about it as I did before I ever lost a quad. So it's just like I kind of make an agreement with myself. Like, this shot's going to be worth it. If I lose it, I lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of how I think of it.
Nowadays, the GoPro is worth more than the quad sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about losing GoPros. I mean, those are like they're on my books as a consumable. So
Yeah.
I literally
You're
have a
sponsored,
pile of
though, aren't you?
GoPros. No, I wish. No,
Where's your
GoPro won't pay
affiliate
any
link?
attention to me. I don't have any affiliate links, bro.
I don't think GoPro will pay any attention to basically any FPV drone pilot.
No, they only care about athletes. They do not care about FPV pilots.
Yeah.
They might care about like
Red Bull.
Johnny FPV or something.
Well, obviously. And
And Red
that's
Bull.
well,
Anything
Red
with
Bull
Red
is
Bull.
GoPro really at the end of the day. So you see Red Bull, you think GoPro. You think GoPro, or you see GoPro, you think Red Bull.
Yeah.
Speaking
Like
of
Red Bull
GoPro,
using an Insta360.
Speaking of GoPro, Real Boy FPV in the FPV World Discord has posted in buy, sell, trade a GoPro Hero 8 Black Edition, bought new.
Ooh.
He's asking $150 used,
That's a
or
good deal.
for a used webcam. Oh, I see.
Huh.
$50 only for a used webcam he wants to get. And he's in the USA, so check that out. I was interested, but
Does it come with any?
This is Stone Wolf, is it?
Stone Wolf.
Stone Wolf, yeah, this guy's a ripper.
The GoPro come preloaded with a sex tape?
Yeah. Don't they all? What?
Yep.
I've been doing it wrong all this time.
You'd be surprised, dude.
Drop in
You buy a
file.
GoPro off of eBay, you might get a stolen one with some interesting footage on it.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if GoPro had an inner hard drive that saves stuff like that.
There is a buffer.
What
There
was
is a
with
buffer
that?
in it.
Yeah.
That was a trip. What happened in the video?
It's a NAND flash buffer on the inside, so the last like however many frames are saved inside the camera if you just yank the battery out while it's recording.
Sure. This video is trippy.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Is that a
doggy.
deer? Or a dog? Yeah, dog. That makes sense. It wouldn't be a deer. Or is it?
well, that's
It
a
is
fucking deer.
There's deer. We got deer in my neighborhood.
Prancer, yeah,
Oh, that's definitely a deer.
Prancer and
Vixen?
Dancer and...
And it's shitting its little white tail right now.
Yeah. It's like, what is this demon bird chasing me?
Yeah. Yeah, deer aren't, they're not too confrontational animals, are they? They're like, I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah, don't get
animals
them
are just
confused
like
with
that.
elk, though.
Oh.
They'll still
If you,
kick the shit
if
out
you
of
see a
if they
deer
have
and
to.
it's like, it looks really, really big, it's not a deer. Just stay the hell away from it. It will come and fuck your shit up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
Well,
a
I
moose.
bet he didn't realize that was going to happen.
Hey, Falcon Rat, I had a quick question for you about those O lines or OW lines, however you say them. They said like they recommend that you don't fly them under 3 volts. Is it per cell?
Yeah. I think that's what it said.
But this sort of general rule of thumb for Lions is that you could probably push a little more, maybe, or
You should be landing at 3 volts, and the settled voltage should be no less than 2.7. So, like a safety buffer is landing at 3.2.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get
Sure.
much. Usually, after 3 volts with like the modern cells, you're going to be the majority of the way through your pack, and you're not going to have much.
Yeah, and the voltage will
and it's
start
going to all
dropping
be
really
really
quick.
like it's like really saggy, kind of like it's the end of the battery is good for like dragging your ass home, and that's about it.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like probably be on the safe side is like start coming home around what 3.2, something like that.
Depends how far away you are.
That's going to depend
yeah.
on whether you're using one battery or two batteries and the weight of your quad and whether it's windy. Like that's something you got to
how far out you are,
fly a few
how big
times
your balls
yourself and
are.
just remember the number for your own setup and situation. Like for
You
myself,
don't want to be 8 kilometers out at 3 volts. Put it that way.
I know with
Unless
all
you're
my
doing a
quads and
one-way
all my
trip.
batteries, if I leave by 3.4 volts, I can get home from basically. If I got there by then, I can get home by then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you just don't want to be close to that downward curve where the voltage falls off, because it stops being able to deliver current, but the voltage will drop really fast, and if it gets below 7.2, your flight controller will stop.
And it drops fast. Like once you get to the end of the battery, it'll go from 2.7 to just like 1.6 in like less than a minute.
Yeah. Don't find yourself
super
there
dangerous. Yeah,
That's
you're
why
not getting home if
you got to learn for your cell. Like each cell is going to be different. Once it gets to a certain point, it's just going to drop like a rock. And I think this was part of that video that I did about the O-line batteries. That once they get below around, I think it was 2.9 or something like that, then the cells start kind of scattering. They don't. The voltages are kind of
the drop off point is not exactly the same for every cell, so you can end up with cells that have wildly different voltages.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the downsides to the way they did their chemistry to get the lighter makeup of the cell and still be able to have some decent current.
Yeah.
What is the gold standard brand for Lions?
I've just, ever since I got multi-cell ones and just found them to work great for me, I haven't even really tried much else. I tried a Samsung pack like years ago. I don't know. Everybody was saying the Sonys were so good for a while, but they just don't have the same current capacity and stuff as the multi-cell ones. I think the multi-cell ones are actually pretty good ones, even though it's the only one I've like really had a lot of experience with. But I can fly my pack down to like almost nothing left in it. I'll be 95% of the way through my pack, and when I land, the battery's at 3.27, 3.25, 3.26, 3.27, 3.26. So even like a dead battery, and the cells are all like exactly the same voltage level.
And so with those multi-cell ones, I'm guessing what you're making them up, like you're putting them together yourself then, or?
Yeah. There's a couple places that do make batteries like Lions that you can buy with multi-cell ones, but most places tend to do it with the I think it's the Samsung 40T because they're like 25% cheaper than the multi-cells or something like that, 30% cheaper sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the chemistry of lithium-ion cells can vary wildly. You'll get lithium-ion cells that have relatively low capacity but have high current delivery, low internal resistance, and then you'll have high capacity, high internal resistance, right? Something that would be used for low current electronics. Trying to find that sweet spot where you get high capacity and high current delivery that's where the magic is. And why did you just change your name to Falcon No Rad?
I didn't touch anything actually.
Oh, what the hell? You bastard.
I was looking
at your name.
I never even noticed that.
Oh, Jesus.
We're all just Falcon Rad clones at this point.
I think Offrad did it.
Offrad.
What a chat.
That's funny. Yeah, no, it's a different going the lithium ion route. It's something new to learn, right? It's just like everything, I guess. So it
definitely flies different. I'm so used to flying long range with lithium ions that I flew long range with a LiPo the other day, and I was just surprised because I was doing like 90 kilometers an hour all over the place at the top of this mountain where I'm like, because I'm used to being at this certain throttle position all the time. And
that's one thing I noticed. Taking off, I'm at a way lower throttle position than say on my 4S freestyle rig, which was
way lower. Oh well, that's because you're flying with one battery pack, right?
That's right.
Yeah. One pack, the 7-inch props are pretty happy with that weight.
That makes sense. Yeah. My thought process was, okay, start off. Let's try one lithium ion pack, then maybe try a big lipo pack, and then maybe try 6S 2P setup. And I want to try it all because I want to know what the differences are, what the what the trade-offs are, what the benefits are, etc. Because
West
all I've ever
10P.
flown, I've literally just done 4S packs freestyle. That's all I've ever flown. So it's a new territory for me.
Very cool. Very cool.
Fix my name,
Jealous.
Marcel.
I've seen that. So going
Falcon
a
Rod.
little bit there to the
Should
video,
it be
you
Falcon
have to refresh it. Falcon NORAD, the playlist to get the correct order because I changed a couple things. But I've been watching this guy, Chris Riley 3D, I believe his name is. Yeah, everything. And he's actually been flying 3D for a while, checking it out, and he's got a 7-inch quad he's been playing around with, and
3D 7-inch.
A little bit of that. So guys, check that out.
Very cool.
Props for 3D 7-inch. Huh?
Yeah, and he's using, by the looks of it, just like regular, like 7-inch blades. Doesn't look like he's even flipping two of them. I don't know what the deal is, but it doesn't show a lot. We'll get him
I guess he's flying digital.
I'm not even sure.
Because he's like, just going for a cruise through Scraggle Land.
Right.
There's a few ghost branches in there.
Holy.
Oh. Well, also with the 7-inch, you could just hack through it, right?
Ballsy.
That's
7-inch
Riley
6S,
3D everything. Very cool.
Chop down one of those trees. So you can get like stainless steel props. Titanium props. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Does this video say anything, Koala, about what drone this is? Maybe this isn't a 7-inch, or maybe it's...
Yeah, let me double check here. It says navigating the jungle is fun but hard. That's the title.
Yeah.
So says when I fly.
There's a list of everything.
Yeah, there's about 3 drones and a bunch of stuff in there, but I'm not sure if it says anything specifically about what he's flying on this one. But...
So it's just that last little bit right here, there. Like that's
not a 7-inch. The arc on the props is too short.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, he has in the description. He says he has 2 5-inch quads and a 3-inch quad, if I'm not mistaken. So
I guess he's doing a 3-inch.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the
slow
shadow.
For a
now.
7-inch, so
the shadow looks like a 5, but yeah.
It feels like a 5-inch to me. Just the
Well,
weight.
shoot, I picked the wrong video then, because there's a video of him
fired
doing some converted stuff that I wanted to show off. We'll give him a double play tonight because he's new. Well, new to the channel.
Sweet.
He's actually
got a nice big yard to fly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of subscribers. I believe he's over in UK, Florida somewhere.
UK, Florida?
UK.
I love that place, man.
Look at that gap. Nice.
UK, Florida. Was that like Spain?
Spain in the back brain.
Got a pretty big backyard for the UK.
Yeah, true. Having a backyard in the UK is that even? Well, and they don't even call it a backyard. It's a back garden. The back garden.
Garden.
Yeah.
Going to have some scones with some marmalade in the garden. Wait, what do they call it in Australia, Carbon Cage? Is it a backyard? Is it a garden? Is it a...
It's a yard.
Yard.
A yard?
Yard.
Right over to his other one here. He's testing out the 7.5-inch props. And he tells you all about it here. Let's check it out.
What's up, guys? So I'm back out here with my 7-inch drone again today, but today I'm going to try.
He's definitely from the UK.
Props on it. I've got some Bugs 3. Remember the old
Yeehaw, mate.
drones called the Bugs 3? I got one of those in there, and it used to have the Well, there's the kind of props it has on this bi-blade.
Oh.
Bi-blade
props,
seven
but
and
they're not real
seven and a
stiff.
half
They're kind
inch
of
props.
flexible.
Ah.
So I
That's
don't know how well it's going to
interesting.
do because they're not made for a real high-speed drone like this. But hell, 7.5-inch props fit no problem on this
It
thing.
sounds
Actually,
hilarious with the
8-inch props.
accent.
Oh, kitty.
Won't on the back,
Kitty.
but it would on the front. 7.5 inches big as I'm gonna be able to go. But that's pretty damn
Sounds like
big. So I'm fixing to take it out here. I'm gonna see if it'll do 3D, and then we're gonna take it for a cruise around the park here.
None of those props are
Around
reversed
the rally place.
or flipped. Like they're
Turn that shit up. Bump that shit up and make it loud. Make it loud. It's
Make it loud.
FPV.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is cool, man.
That's the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds lazy.
that's some O2 shit right there.
There you go. 3D in it.
It works, man.
Wide
Bi-blade.
hell.
5-blade 7-inch 3D. 7.5. Boy. Madness.
That's a cool version of this song. I like it.
Yeah. All my friends buy 7.5-inch bi-blade prop.
Not bad.
You're doing tri-blades or bi-blades on yours? Because I'm sure
Me?
you could get away with bi-blades in here, but that's one beat.
Yeah. I wonder how that would work though, as far as like vibrations or resonance or whatever with the bi-blade compared to a tri-blade.
Bi-blades are a lot harder to tune for, especially as they get larger and larger, because the out of balance, the offset and balance becomes greater. Because the polycarbonate's never completely uniform, and you can balance them, but it's a lot of work. You can do it passively. I think Falcon Red, you built like a passive balancer, right? Just a rig. You put the prop on and the head
Yeah,
just part
I
falls
bought
to
it
the
at the
bottom.
store. Yeah. It's just
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, bi-blades are tough to tune for, but once you get them locked in, the efficiency is second to none. But you have no grip. I run bi-blades on my 7-inch.
You got to have grip on your 7-inch.
That's what she said.
I just clued in. You sick freak. That was funny, Dan. That was good. Yeah, it's funny because like I'm talking to people about my new 7-inch, and there's just all these jokes flying around.
I get that too. Yeah, you talk to non-drone people about your 7-inch. Oh, yeah, I'm flying my 7-inch. Like, I didn't know those could fly.
Like, yeah, I was just playing with my new 7-inch.
Doesn't it get cold?
Yeah.
Really?
Things have been pretty good. I've been a long time too.
Yeah, it's definitely going.
There we go.
3D always breaks my brain. It just breaks my brain.
Yeah.
Because like we're so used to, normal flying that when they're inverted, there's a limited set of movements that the drone can take, and then it doesn't take it, and your brain's like error.
Yeah. And you get to that point where it's like muscle memory how to get out of situations, right?
Yeah.
You're upside down. Once you get good, you're upside down. You know that if you spin it and crank it this way, you're going to get out of your situation. But then start to do 3D and you're like, oh crap, how do you bail out of that? Like you're going to just drive it into the ground. Normally I could just punch out of problems, right?
Flying like wings in the simulator and like getting used to going dirty with those wings really helped my mind wrap around with the
That makes sense.
I think life would definitely easier than time.
That's the first smart thing you've said all night.
Yeah.
But for Betaflight, there's tons of like preset tunes and whatnot. Aren't there?
There is, but yeah. Just don't worry about it.
The only reason
No, seriously, use like your ELRS setup and your digital like
OSD and shit like that.
DJI
That's
setup.
helpful.
Yeah, but don't worry about the pit tune ones. Stay away
Yeah,
from
pin
'cause they're
tunes
not meant
are
for your
that's
fly.
like, yeah. I mean, even if you like, yeah, they're just not. It's unless it's the exact same frame with the same motors, with the same props, with the same flight controller, and the same version of Beta Flight. You're not even going to be close to a good tune. I don't care if you know. I super all the love in the world to Superfly, but you know he's done a lot, and same with a couple of the other people that make the configurable presets. You know, all the love to them for doing that. And I'm sure it's helped a lot of people, but it can be a disaster if you have too much confidence in those presets.
Well, it was weird because I was I mean, I've just been perusing all this stuff, and yeah, I guess what you have the wrong PIDs, you can just get flyaways, right?
Well, Beta Flight will save you from a flyaway in most cases. It'll just disarm on you. Usually just like flips over, does something violent, and then turns off. So flyaways are mostly not a thing anymore. I say mostly because there are certain situations where you can get into a flyaway condition. High winds with the wrong PIDs can cause you to fly away. Yeah, they're very like edge cases, but it's still possible.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like one thing going into building this quad, and then like talking to all my buddies that do the like or that just fly or whatever. Everyone kept like throwing all these worst case scenarios at me, and I started getting all like freaked out, being like, "Shit, man! Like I got to do things."
Well, I guess we're done hearing from him.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But yeah, basically, like, man, I was getting like opinions left, right, and center, and like it almost like kind of worried me a bit. So that's why I was apprehensive for that maiden flight, because I'm like, I'm getting all these people saying so many things, and then it almost seemed like a just overload of information from left,
That's
right,
part
and
of the
center.
hazing. That's part of the hazing.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. When you showed your build off, you hadn't done anything with your power cable yet, and I wanted to let you know that the saying that I always use for everything is you don't want your electrical connection to be your mechanical connection. Because anytime you have an electrical connection that's moving like a solder joint that's moving, it will eventually fail.
Well,
you don't want slack in your wires where they can wiggle in the wind, like the motor wires, for instance. You want them to be relatively tight so they don't move.
Tie the crap out of them.
Well,
you don't want them to be super tight because then you'll be transferring vibration into the flight controller.
Yeah. Well, what I was doing with the XT60 was I was actually kind of like strapping it under the battery strap. So it's not just flying in the wind or anything. It's kind of like strapped in and then plugged in that way. But I do plan on like zip tying it at least sort of to the frame a bit and whatnot.
Zip tie it to the frame.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I just zip tie it to the frame lower down of that standoff that it's right near. Yeah. And then when I pull the battery wire over, I have an elastic around each of my batteries.
Yeah.
And I'll just wrap the elastic around the XT60 lead. So
because I mean, like if everything's going good, the mechanical connection, like strapping onto the battery, is fine until your battery ejects, and then it pulls all your shit apart. So your mechanical connection should be local to your frame, not your battery.
Yeah. It's because that was one of the things I was trying to figure out. I was like, okay, how am I gonna or like not mount, but how am I gonna basically route my XT60 so that I can plug in the battery, but that it's not gonna hit the props aren't gonna hit it, and then it's kind of tucked in and secured, and so I literally just went in like my drawer from grocery stores, grabbed some rubber bands, and kind of like put it on and sort of strapped it in also with like the lipo strap or the Lion strap, battery strap, and and it seems to be pretty good. I was only running one battery strap on my maiden flight, but I probably will stick another one on there just for safety purposes. Yeah.
Just don't crash.
Yeah.
I always use two straps no matter what.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And for
You know
some
what,
reason, I
actually,
always use two on the top
I'm a
one
one
and only
strap.
use one on the bottom. But
Really?
Yeah, the
Dan, I see you smiling
rat-
over there.
yeah, with the Rad Lion frame, the bottom part you have it's easy to put another strap through, right? For the bottom battery, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it just goes around the bottom plate or the base
Yeah.
plate or whatever.
Yeah, I also
When you
saw.
guys are,
Oh, sorry, Dan.
I was just gonna say, off axis and Falcon Red. When you guys are flying long range, are you guys battery on top and a battery on bottom, or both
Yep.
on top, or
Top and bottom
up and
for the Rad
top and
Lion.
bottom? Yeah.
Yeah, for the Red Line. Yeah, he has multiple different setups though with different battery placements.
Sometimes I just drag the battery behind the drone, just by the XT60. It's fine.
It's fine.
Rotor
We
Riot
should do a
says it's
video
fine,
about that.
so
That'd be kind of fun.
You're using 12 gauge, right? So it should be okay.
Yeah.
14 gauge
A
actually.
trailer.
I
Could
don't
you
want
put a
I don't want my
trailer on
wires to
drone?
get too cold.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
to
a battery trailer.
I had to find like the placement of my receiver. I had to sort of like figure out where a good place for it. And I saw you had that 3D print for the receiver or whatever that kind of sits at the back, I guess. But I ended up actually for how I figured it out for right now, I ended up just putting the receiver at the front, just behind the camera. I don't know if that's bad or not,
Fine.
but
It's fine.
basically I just
Fine.
run from the barred pole. I run a little pigtail underneath everything, and it kind of reaches, and then my Immortal T at the front's right there, and
Yeah, or it's just the other way around if you do it in the back, right? One of the antennas is going to have a long lead, but
totally.
as long as it's got shielding on it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Do it in the back.
Is the Immortal T like above and like way above and beyond the quality of the barred pole? Rather, the barred pole, is it way better than the Immortal T? Like, is it a noticeable?
It's basically the same thing, kind of like there's really not a whole lot
Pole's
of
a
difference
full
between
wave
them.
antenna though.
Pardon?
Isn't the barred pole and
pole's
the
a
Immortal
full
T
wave.
are both half waves or like one side, like because they're both 150 millimeter antennas.
Just different form factors, I guess, right?
One's a dipole.
Like a barred pole is basically an Immortal T, except the wire from the Immortal T is run down the side of the barred pole and comes out one end of it.
Okay.
But if you disconnect
so
it,
it's
the
still a
barred pole is
dipole.
actually like the wire goes up to the center of the barred pole 3 inches from each end.
Okay. That answers my question. I thought it
And
was
same thing with
it was going to be a monopole.
the sleeve dipole or whatever, the one that I make for mine, that I just make my own. It's just like a Immortal T, except the Immortal T, one end of it is just sleeved over top of the cable that runs to it.
Barred poles. Get your barred poles. Get your barred poles.
Not to be confused with bardware poles.
Barred wells.
Are those very breakable? Are they?
No, I
break one.
Don't
break one.
I ordered one of the wrong ones where I was hoping to get the old version, and so this was my mistake. And these two are the mistakes of other companies by improper listings. But I could probably.
What's the difference between the old and the new?
Just this extension piece right here, but I
Oh,
could
those are
probably
odd
turn it
barred
into the old style, right?
Those are
this is
better.
the long barred poles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's wrong
so
with
they
that
actually
one?
discontinued the versions that is on my drone and the ones that you guys flew. I actually had to reach out to sorry, what I do apologize. What's his name at TrueRC again?
Hugo?
Hugo, yeah, I reached out to
Hugo.
Hugo and I said, "Hey man, like is there any chance that like I can get an old style one because they don't make them anymore?" And
Are you sure it says in stock?
for the old
Maybe
style?
they did another run just for koala.
And they're
What's
like,
better
look,
about the old one than the new one? Is it actually better, or is it just?
No,
this
it's
is
just
the
this,
one that I
it's just the
use.
extension. Oh, sorry. You're right. You can get them in the UFL version, but I wanted to get one in the SMA version. They don't make the SMA version anymore, because
I see.
basically I'm going to be traveling, right? So I need to be able to like unscrew it, pack things up, and instead of just having it fully fixed and glued. So I basically have these three. I'm actually going to gift one of these barred pole antennas to a friend of mine, but a buddy of mine said that he could actually just kind of convert this into the old style by kind of cutting it back, but I might let him do that. I don't know how that works.
I feel like the SMAs would be a lot more durable. The thicker coax.
Yeah.
I'm always. I mean, UFL connectors are pretty skookum once they're connected, as long as the angle relative to the connector doesn't change. But the coax is so skinny, and I've chewed through them just by having them like zip tied too tight. I'm not a huge fan.
So are any of you guys familiar with like how you would potentially DIY get rid of this friggin' extension off and just put the SMA back here where you'd want it? Or
Well,
I've never opened.
Why don't you just keep it
You
as it
need tools
is?
for it.
That's going to be a rigid
Right.
RG402 cable, so you're going to be chopping stuff up and resoldering new connectors if you do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Have
just
you
keep
ever
it as
put
it
an
is,
SMA
though?
connector on a coax before?
Yeah, you can just chop it off and put a new SMA on it.
True.
The
Yeah.
RG402 is like the easiest one to do it with too.
Why
So-
is
so
the
Dan,
extension a bad thing, though?
Well, so the thing is like, well, and especially for the 3D prints for the Radlion frame, they are, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're made specifically for that old style or the non-extendo version, I guess, right?
Yeah, but
'Cause,
you could get any SMA.
Well, there's ones made for the UFL version, the SMA version. There's different ones. I just uploaded some more prints for it like a couple months ago or something.
But I guess this one, like,
Excuse me.
does it make much of a difference if you have this extra, say, couple inches? It doesn't really matter, I guess, or
it's not going to affect
get better reception and slightly worse vibration.
Yeah. So no biggie. Yeah,
that's kind of like a fair trade-off.
I gotta jump, guys.
Totally. All right, take care.
Oh man,
Appreciate it.
We'll miss you.
See you, Falcon Rod. Falcon Rod.
Bye.
See you later.
Yeah, bros.
Yeah, I guess I was just kind of being picky. I guess I was like, okay, I got these things 3D printed for me, and I was like, I want the old style one, and I don't know, I was just being a little baby about it.
It's just
because there's always
long.
Yeah, there's always there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say, right?
We'll be skinning cats.
I don't know. Whoever they are, I don't want to be friends with them because
I should probably get going here too, guys.
All right.
No worries, man. It was good chatting with you, Falcon Rad.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sure, brother.
Great hanging out with you guys again.
Right on.
All right. Take care, man.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Be good.
See you, buddy.
This is
a nice spot.
To hit with the color. That's good. To hit with the color.
Wow, that water looks beautiful. Bing bong.
Yeah, I wonder where that is. It's gotta be Florida.
Yeah, I think my next I don't know, maybe if I get a place that has more space, I might get myself a 3D printer so I don't have to rely on people to do it for me, I guess. But
do it.
Get a small one then. They're cheap.
Yeah. Wow, what a spot, man.
Maybe I'll sell you mine real cheap and I'll get a bamboo.
And blue.
Wow.
That's quite the spot.
That's incredible,
Is he
man.
flying
Wow.
backwards or just playing the video backwards?
On the beach in the sandals, just ripping. What a guy. Let's go.
Socks and sandals, though.
Like
Minus
that.
a lot of points for that.
Who is this? Oh, I made this. Oh, RC Addict,
RC
isn't
Addict,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, here he is.
I should have seen
Boom.
the logo on the bottom.
Yeah. And I actually had it in my my copy paste because we did. He's even doing some bando fashion. Nice.
It's got everything in this one. I think this is kind of like a year edit or something.
Oh, okay.
It seems like it.
Ooh, that's a nice cliff.
Yeah, the water's beautiful there too. My God.
And then you get that. There's that point where you're looking straight down at the water, and you can no longer tell how far away it is.
Mm-hmm.
And every time your brain does this, I've had that happen a couple of times. You're flying over water, and you dive down towards it, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh shit!" Like I can't tell. You just can't.
Yeah, that's the whole over the water thing. I'm gonna have to try that a little more, maybe.
Suck it up. It's clenching at first, but it slowly gets better.
Yeah, like over like a little lake or something, it probably feels a lot different than over the friggin' ocean, like what this guy's doing.
Yeah, but like if my quad goes down in my lake, I have as much chance of getting it back as this guy does over the ocean.
Fair
You
enough.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no, it's gone. You know, if it's more than like 5 feet deep, you're not gonna find the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Epic. Beautiful.
Unless you actually like visually with your eyes see it go down. You know, you might, but you can't tell with your goggles on where it crashed. Cold fingers. Big angry pear.
At Chance FPV.
Ooh, we got some.
Oh, that was a wing hand launch.
Yeah. I wonder what this is.
Wing a ding ding. Ooh-wee. So far, he only turns right.
Oh, what do I see? A little smokestack out in the distance there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does his description say anything about what this is?
Let's take a peek. Let's see. So, fat chance, and it's a slim chance of anything in the description. Nothing.
You don't get to know.
You don't get to know.
I want to see him go fly around the smokestack.
That's pretty far away, brother.
Yeah.
Bah, not for you guys.
Well, for me, yes. I am still but a long range virgin.
You're a medium ranger.
I'm not a Power Ranger. I'm a medium ranger.
A low power ranger.
Yeah.
I'm definitely very much still medium power. As much as I do get distance, I still, a lot of people are getting way longer than even Falcon Rad sometimes. You're like, holy fuck.
Oh yeah,
what's
the oh sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm saying, like, do you have a record, or like what's your
my distance away from me is 7 kilometers.
Oh wow.
7?
But that's 2.5 kilometers up as well.
That's
this elevation change that takes a lot of, it's a little bit different too on the battery. You'll feel it when you start doing a lot of mountain type stuff where you're going up a lot, not just away from you.
Is that 7 kilometers to the quad, or is that 7 kilometers to the point on the earth where the quad
7
is
along to the quad, yeah.
Along the earth, along the ground.
And then
no, as the bird flies.
So on the 45.
Yeah. No, whatever it is, yeah.
Still
It's even if you like started turning and stuff, right? So it's your route. It's not really like the axis at all either. It's just your route.
Very cool, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this feels very Middle America, Ontario. I swear that's the 401.
Is that like an Amazon Prime truck? I think that blue truck looks like it.
Looks like it, yeah.
They're everywhere, so probably.
You know what, man? This could even be like UK potentially.
I don't know. It could be, but it feels North American.
Yeah,
But you might be right. It just feels.
but those hills in the background, I don't know. I don't know.
So that's pretty
I guess I
hilly
got
for
Iowa.
Ontario.
Iowa.
Yeah. There is that escarpment, so you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love how people in the Hamilton call it the mountain. Like, Hamilton's just down in a pothole, and everything else is up higher. But they call it the mountain. It's not a mountain.
Kevin
because it's just
Sumner.
down a hole.
Welcome in, Kevin Sumner. Good to see
Hey,
you.
Dr.
Hey,
Sumner.
what up, Kevin?
I call him DJ K Sums. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is great footage from a wing, though. This is cool. I'm
very
definitely
cool.
Curious.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about wings is they can just go for so long too, eh?
Yeah.
Huh.
They got blue road signs. Did you see that?
I just saw that. Yeah, I was looking at that. Yep.
That's
I don't know. I think that's Ontario, isn't it? Don't they have blue signs there, like Ontario blue signs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
Someone
green
get on
one's in
Google
US,
Maps,
right?
see if they can pin that area. I used to be really good at that shit, going on Google Maps and finding places to longboard, because you're always just looking for roads that are going downhill and stuff.
Yeah.
And Google Images and Google Maps, I used to go into the Street View and stuff and try and find spots. Yeah.
That's
you
cool,
the
man.
topographic maps, too. The slopes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Google Maps and Google Earth has come in super clutch for finding drone spots.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some of the coolest spots I've ever flown, or even like when I say I moved to a new city and I didn't know where to fly, I literally just go on Google Maps, Street View, and just look at the top down view at first. See, like, okay, here's an industrial area. Here's this. Here's that. All right, now let's go into Street View and see what I can find.
Yeah, right. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I think someone else did in the chat, though.
We were talking about it last week. I remember checking it out.
Yeah.
This is a sweet spot, man.
I was going to say it's a good little spot.
Well,
you could even do some long range up to the mountains if you wanted that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd definitely be going a little more towards those rocky type of structures.
Structure.
I wonder what kind of distance this plane can get, though. Depending on what.
Is this Buddha? This is Buddha FPV now?
Yeah.
Depends how old you are, right? How old you are and how small the plane is.
Man, that is cool. And obviously that's line of sight, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's just line of sight. A little more gas, I think, would keep them straighter, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Oh, that was close.
This almost looks like that carbon cage footage that he had that one time.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, he got so close to that plane. Oh, man. My butthole clenched for him on that one. That was like, oh, yeah. Nobody wants to be that guy. Take down somebody else's
in the background
or something.
Man, that would be actually really fun to chase a plane or a wing like that. That looks really cool.
He wouldn't get invited back. Oh, that's the turbo timber.
Okay, cool. Nice.
It's like the one I have that I flew for about 15 seconds and tore the landing gear off.
Oh, shit. Do you still have it?
I guess I still have it. I guess I could hand launch it.
Yeah. Or repair it. I mean, 3D print some new landing gear.
Yeah, well, I thought I did, but I reinforced the existing landing gear with some 3D prints, but obviously not. It's styrofoam. They give you like these tiny little screws to screw the landing gear into the bottom of a styrofoam fuselage.
Let's get a coat
like
hanger.
The screws are like I've got longer ones. I put longer ones in. I did a little 3D print that the screws could go through, and
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, it's just I reinforced the shit out of that. I didn't want to add any more weight to it, because it's such a light little styrofoam
Sure,
plane.
yeah. You don't want to use Korean. You want to use like a little tiny rod.
So I'm thinking of just trying again, but hand launching.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
I
this
said,
guy's
"Screw it."
really getting close. It looks like it at least. Oh, there's 2 out there. That's why. Okay. Man, you know what? Actually, you guys know Andy RC?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
for
he's
the past
a
3
guy, right?
months. He's been putting out some really cool wing and plane type content for the past 3 months on his channel.
Awesome. Cool.
And the latest one he put out was like almost like a formation flight with some wings. Pretty sweet.
Really
Or some
cool.
planes, I guess maybe. I always get confused. What is it? A wing? Is it a plane? Is it a bird?
Whatever
A plane?
you want
Is
it
it
to be.
Superman? What is it? Like
Mm-hmm.
Usually wings are the ones without any vertical control surfaces, right? They're just the wing is the fuselage.
Oh, true.
Flying
Yeah,
wing.
yeah. I'm pretty ignorant to the plane and wing.
That's how I
specs
think
and
of it,
stuff.
anyways.
Yeah.
But you could also call a regular plane a wing too, if you really wanted to. Fixed wing aircraft.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a buddy of mine, a few buddies of mine, I know this guy Dave Banham from Ontario, southwestern Ontario area. He's been loving wings, and he's got some pretty sweet wings, but decked out in LEDs and stuff, and they do some pretty cool chase videos.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, this is sick.
Yeah, it's very cool. Oh, it says floating around in Catalina. So that must be in California then.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
There's a Catalina in Spain, but those cars
might
look
be a
American.
Catalina in Australia too, man. Because this totally looks like the time the cage was that time.
Ah,
There's Catalina Island.
Yeah,
there's even a Catalina salad dressing.
Well, that's
There's
probably
also
where
Catalina
from then.
This is actually
probably
just like
the
you put like a crazy microscope on the Catalina dressing, and there's just planes flying around in the desert.
Old moldy Catalina dressing. Started growing FPV pilots.
Yeah.
Microscopic plane pilots. Oh, that's funny.
Feels very American. I think they're in the States.
This is a
Yeah, especially with the
Catalina
music
West
too.
Coast Mac. Oh,
It's not very.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
familiar either.
Catalina
Mac OS
West
Catalina,
America.
that's right.
Coming in for landing. Don't screw it up.
Bam.
Nice. Well done.
I'm still actually on Mojave on the Mac
I think
OS.
that's he's doing an
Mojave.
FPV. Yeah, he's doing an FPV.
Oh, that's badass.
Oh no,
was
he's
FPV?
flying the drone.
That's the way to do it, man. That's got to be the way to do it.
Buddha.
Yeah, FPV.
Oh, here we go, kinky.
We're almost fucking done, guys. Thanks for being here. We're a little longer than I expected, but we're feeling it.
Yep.
Feel
Getting
free
a
to
little
drop out
kinky.
whatever you guys want. I know it's late for you guys. It's only 8:22 for me, so
Yeah, it's
Play
already
that Ox
11:20.
Plumes bit if you can before we go.
fuck, this is a cool spot. Look at this. Holy.
Did you add that one to the list? That Ox Plumes one I sent you at the beginning?
Oh fuck no.
Wow,
You would
yeah,
have
where
to,
is
but
this, man? Those
no
buildings
buildings.
look insane. There's like no houses there. It's just straight apartment
Yeah.
buildings.
South America?
Hard to
Spain?
say. Those buses look normal, but
American. The buildings don't feel very American.
No, and that, yeah, no, those trees don't look very.
I don't think you
I
sent
don't know.
it to me, Danzilla.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, Winder, check out Andy RC, man. Super cool dude from the UK.
Where'd you send it, Dan?
I said it way at the beginning of the evening, like in the top of the chat, I think, didn't I?
In like the actual like live chat, like in the,
I don't even remember anymore.
because it's not anywhere else. I think I found it.
If you say the name of the video, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Winder. So if you look at Andy RC's latest video with the formation of like the red arrow planes, it's hilarious, man. He's doing head tracking, but he's got like a 3D printed model of himself in the cockpit. It's friggin' hilarious.
Problem is I
Nice.
can't copy and paste it from this chat. Anybody can copy and
From which
paste that and post that
From
me
private
again.
chat? Want it in
No,
private
that
chat?
one I just posted right here. I just posted on the screen. That's the link that you put for that video that you're talking about.
I just put it in private chat, if that helps.
Oh, okay. Fuck. All right. Thank you. Oh
It's
yeah,
all
'cause
good,
you're
though.
screwing around. That's right.
You know what's past
So yeah,
my
get some
bedtime
get a black box log on your new Long Ranger and send it to Brandon Beans. He'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I have a logger, but I mean,
That's
it's
how I
flying
tune.
great. It's
Yeah,
flying
that's how
good,
I tune
man.
now.
I'm satisfied. I don't want to fiddle. I grew up playing the violin. I'm done with fiddling, man.
Yeah, I don't want to fiddle either. That's why I'm like, I'll just. It's so much easier to send it to Beans, man. I'll tell you, turn this up, turn that down, send me another one. Okay, done. Turn this up, turn that down, done.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way to go, man.
Yeah, Winder, you're right, man. Yeah,
I look good. I didn't have to learn how to do anything.
Yeah, I think
What's
Andy.
that?
I think
Is that
he took a bit of a break
what?
for a while on his channel and stuff. But
What's that thing hovering there above the light?
It's like a aircraft. It's like a.
It's like a plane that was hovering.
Look at it.
Like an F-35 or whatever that one is. Oh, look at that! The Maddie under the.
Oh wow, he's got the fighter jet out, eh? Well, this is
yeah, but it's hovering.
Ender FPV, right? I think.
Mount Baker. Yep, Ender FPV.
Yep. There we go. Cool. Just want to make sure I'm posting the right links here.
Landed the bird jet. Nice.
I'm gonna edit playlist.
Edit your mom.
It's a short enough stream because yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime. Both my cats are sleeping right behind me. That's how I know it's past my bedtime here.
They'll tell you. What time is it, anyways?
11:30, basically.
11:25. Yeah.
Yeah, it's late. I should probably bounce, but I mean, it's only a couple more videos, so.
I have so much fucking work on my plate right now. I should probably do another hour of work before I go to bed tonight.
Oh, are you a night owl, Dan?
Yeah, I usually go to bed between 2 and 3.
Oh wow,
Sometimes I push it.
I'm a
all over it. Look at
wow,
that.
that's a sweet.
That wasn't easy to do.
No,
awesome. It was dialed.
That's a tiny little bow.
Yeah,
I just want to see that little jet engine. Oh, that's a quad, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a tiny one.
Kind of yeah. I would love to get a little tiny one just for the hell of it.
Oh man, I'm getting one probably tomorrow in the mail. Crossfire BLV4. So check that out. Crossfire is really sick. Can't wait.
I might build like the Ciati's The Jungle Gym Basher, like the 7-inch, so a little bit more power for just out in the backyard, you know.
A 7-inch or a 75
No,
millimeter?
75 millimeter. Sorry.
I'm gonna say
I think
that
77-inch
modular 7.
tiny whoop. I was like, holy shit, dude, that's
That's what I want to see somebody do. I want to see somebody do a 6S 75 millimeter tiny whoop.
a 6S 7-inch tiny whoop.
right.
75 millimeter 6S.
Oh my god, nuts.
They have the flight
Yeah,
time about 30 seconds.
Wouldn't be enough motor.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you could motor up to it.
Impossible.
I have a
Could you
flight
imagine?
controller for a sort of like a Cine Whoop build that I envisioned myself wanting to do, a bunch of months ago. I got a Kiss Ultra Mini or Kiss Ultra Mini, I guess, or I don't think it's a V2. I don't know if I think it's just Kiss Ultra Mini, but yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm more interested in the long range thing. So yeah, maybe my next one will be a Cine Whoop, but I don't know. If I'm gonna do a Cine Whip, I'm probably gonna go digital for that, but it's a lot of money. So I'm like, I think I'm okay for. I'm good with my 5-inch quads, and you know what? Actually, I have my first 2 quads, which are aliens that are running Kiss V1. I will never fly them again because I have 2 Apexes now that are running. Well, one's running Kiss V1 and one's Kiss Ultra V2. So I would love to find someone that would either want them for dirt cheap or someone who's just getting into the hobby that I could just pass down because they're amazing little drones to learn on, man. That's what I learned on, and solid frame, just flies. But
when I
once you fly the Ferrari, you don't usually take the Volkswagen out again.
5-inch, and you can do it like you're almost like you're flying in slow motion. These little guys, just everything you can do is just like so much bigger aspect. The gaps are much bigger with them.
Yeah,
the playground becomes endless with tiny little drones. Insane.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you guys do with your first drones that you'll never fly again that are still fully capable? Like, do you give them away? Do you put them on the shelf forever? Do you what do you do?
Away a lot of times, but I don't usually have any. I usually destroy them and then just never rebuild it. You know what
See,
I
that's
mean?
the man.
My first drone had broken arm and a motor, so I took it apart for parts, but I still have the frame on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think I got really I don't want to say I got lucky, but that's okay. Yeah.
That's a long one.
Yeah.
Well, we've already seen this yard. This is the same yard as before, but with snow.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Different person. Chibu.
Me putting 100 hours into the sim.
Hey, man.
I didn't just break quads like I think most people do, man. Like I have my first 2 quads are still relatively intact. I broke a motor here, I broke an arm there, and I had spares, so I just built them back up, and yeah.
That's the worst I've done.
Yeah, I think I still have.
Snow's fun too, right? You lose your depth perception and all that weight.
Yeah. The other thing too with this hobby is you accumulate so much crap. I don't want to say crap, but you accumulate so much stuff that's like, you can't hold on to everything forever, I guess, right? Like
it's true.
I told myself I was going to purge a lot of stuff when I moved, but then I just brought it all over anyway.
It's the best time to purge. It's the purge box.
I'll probably do it this spring. Though.
Yeah, but you've already carried it now, so now it's worth more.
Yeah, but in the springtime, I'm going to be making a little bit more of a workspace in the garage as well. So
nice.
Start changing that aspect where I need to start moving stuff around. But he just got freaked out by the drone.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey!" Oh, he probably knows who he is.
Yeah.
Or he's like, "Hey, man, get out of here! Get out of here!"
This is a cool
who is this flying?
Mama.
Mama.
You have to refresh.
Mama can't fly like that.
Oh yeah, I see. I gotta refresh. Okay.
It's new. They got more snow there than here. Well, actually today was pretty snowy.
The song's a
But then
little
it
late.
started raining.
Yeah, a little late for the year or for last year. Yeah, this is a really cool flight though, man. I like how they're kind of like going up above the trees and kind of rolling down.
Fun
This is
little spot,
Missouri,
yeah.
huh?
Missouri.
He's actually a pretty good pilot because he's threading it through some pretty small spots nice and smoothly.
Yeah, definitely. Really well.
It's not like a crazy cool bando. It's like somebody's backyard, but he's doing a good job of it. Yeah, so cold. Not if you fly from inside. That's what he's doing, I think.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet.
Can you really do that on analog? Like sit inside a building and try to fly outside?
I have. I do it with my drones, but I don't go very far.
I've done it with my Vista. Yeah, I've done it with the 03. I can't go as far with the 03 as I can.
Yeah, he is. He's inside. He just lands right there.
Because I have a metal roof on my cabin, so we can't go very far. My range is severely.
We already seen that one.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about putting a ground station though on the roof of my cabin.
So
that's just plug into the wall.
That's all, folks.
Very cool.
That's it. That's all.
No, there was this one. What the fuck? How come it didn't show it?
Showed your.
And then they said one video is unavailable or whatever in that playlist. I couldn't.
Was that the Ox Plumes one? Anyways, go check out Ox Plumes. AUXPLUMES.
Oh shit! Okay, I think
best pilot in the world. Best pilot in the world. Fight me. Fight me. Hands down. Best guy. Best pilot.
Man, there's this kid from Spain. I forget what his name is right now. I don't know if it's Phoenix FPV or something, but dude, man, there's this
Phoenix
kid
is good.
He's next level in Spain, man. I think it's Spain.
I don't understand how he's doing some of this stuff without 3D.
I like the editing. I like that it's black and white. You don't see that too often.
Yeah. So I think winter is good for black and white. Give a good grade on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that kid is that kid is
his editing is next level.
This is This is did I take some mushrooms or some LSD, or am I watching an FPV video?
A little of both. I think.
It's a very soothing video.
Oh yeah, he does amazing vids.
I think music plays a huge role in the whole vibe of a video or the whole feel of it. And I think sometimes the hardest part, I don't want to say the hardest part of an edit, but a tough part of an edit is selecting the right music that kind of matches. And I find times I'll be, I'll have all my clips in the editor, and then I'll go through like 2, 3, or 4 different songs before I actually kind of find the right one. Yeah,
it's true.
Man, there was times when it's taking me like weeks to find a big song for
yeah.
I just didn't do that. I couldn't figure it out. Then I just went down. And it's like weren't really popular that had specific music.
Yeah, I find, I don't know. It's the tough part too. Is it's like, do I look for copyright free music, royalty free music? Do I just find like, do I find something that's mainstream? Do I find something that's like, do I just find an instrumental? Like, it's.
This is the last video of the night, guys. Thank you very much for being
that's
here.
A sky, eh?
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming and joining us tonight, man. This has been great. This has been awesome.
Head on over to FPV public
FPV
I have a
world.
playlist in
Heck yeah.
I keep adding songs too from my FPV playlist.
There's also Patreon. You guys like going Patreon. We get some stickers, personalized. You guys, and I'll do some more giveaways in the future.
You're chopping up a little bit there.
Hey, your audio is a little quiet there, Marcel.
Oh no, I'm sitting back too much.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think you're.
Yeah, check out all the links, guys. Help support the channel if you can.
A duck.
Got my off-axis 3D printing channel going as well sometimes with some 3D
Very cool.
creations and sometimes live streams of the 3D printing process. So people like to watch.
Heck yeah. Yeah, and make sure you guys go to the FPV Your World Discord and come hang out with us sometimes. And yeah,
we got movie nights on Monday with Kill Tony. And check out all the other streamers that stream during the week. Who are, who they are, something over there. Yeah. That's great. I used to have FPV Your World YouTube channel, displayed all of that, but I haven't set up all that shit. But you've seen FPV World on YouTube, that's me. Where the computer set. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, Bias, Winder, Nomad, everybody, off grid, everything. Cheers, guys.
And everybody who signs up to the Discord this week gets a free package of koala milk.
Yes, that's true.
2 liter.
2 liter. 2 liter bottle.
2 liter koala milk. That's right.
Yeah, and remember, I was gonna say, remember,
expired
guys,
last year or something.
Keep an eye out, and yeah, there's gonna be this the giveaway for the Hero 5 session at some point. Let's get off axis. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subs, and yeah, this, tell a friend to tell a friend, and if you want a freaking mint condition Hero 5 session, let's figure this out. We're gonna have to figure out how to do the giveaway.
I'm totally gonna win it. I'm gonna win.
5-inch custom build without camera and VTX.
That's sexy.
Hell yeah.
Check it out.
Dead sexy.
1,000 subs. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, you're not too far off, man. What are you at? Like 820 or something now?
Something close to that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Best prop sound for sure.
Yeah, man. This is I mean, it's who could ask for a better condition Hero 5 session? Is literally
quit showing it off, because I'm gonna win it. I'm sorry. Don't get everybody's hopes up. I'm gonna win it. Nobody should get their hopes up. So just just come back when Marcel has 1,000 subs and see me win a Hero 5 session.
There we go. Come on back now, you
gotta play to
now
win.
If I win, everybody's gonna think it's a fix if I do win. No, I shouldn't have said that.
All right, cheers, everybody.
Nice chill video at the end of the night, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining.
I'm gonna have to play this game later on a big screen.
Yeah, it's beauty. It looks like really, really high quality.
Pretty.
It's so good. We should watch it again. Just kidding.
Yeah. Definitely the DJI.
Hey, take care, Carbon Cage, Brandon Beans. Have a good night, guys.
Indeed.
Everybody.
Get back to school, Carbon Cage.
Right. See you on the next adventure.
Whoa.
Woohoo. Look at that shark.
Fat shark.